What is up, everyone? I am so sorry I'm running late. Welcome to the Raw Watch Along live stream. We are literally just about a minute away from Raw starting. It's just one of those days, guys. It's one of those days where I was just running behind really quickly, and we will be able to get the party started. I'll be here streaming with everybody for the next couple of hours. Um, for Raw, and then afterwards, of course, as you guys know, I will be doing the post show immediately after. So all will be okay. As you can tell, oh my gosh, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. This is the most I'm running late ever. Look. Oh, are people not hearing my mic? It's all good? Can you guys hear my microphone? I had some people say mic, but I wanted to make sure you guys can actually hear me. All right. And please let me know if you guys can hear me and you can hear Monday Night Raw on here on the stream. You should be able to, so all should be okay. All right, good. Everyone can hear me. Everyone can hear everything. Okay, good. Awesome. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the watch along. Again, my apologies for running late, but hopefully Raw's a good one today. We got a couple, we got two last qualifiers left. One for the men's, one for the women's. One for the men's is Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. And then the one for the women is the one I'm really excited about because it's going to be ROXANNE PEREZ having another Raw match. It's not her Raw debut. She has wrestled on Raw before, but also she will be facing Raquel. So this one's gonna be a fun one. Like seeing her back here on Raw. I wonder when they're officially gonna make it official that she is like gonna be on the main roster. So I guess maybe we'll find out tonight, right? Like what exactly is going on. There's ROXANNE making her arrival to the building. I'm so happy for her, guys. Like this is the year of ROXANNE PEREZ. I can feel it. I hope she has like a big year the way that Tiffany Stratton did, like the way that she came into the main roster, all of that. So I'm very, very excited for her. Oh wow, Ivy Nile, she looks good. I don't think I've ever seen Ivy Nile in a dress before, and she looks phenomenal. I mean, obviously she has like the physique for that. She looks great. Jay Grouse says NXT's ROXANNE PEREZ is how Michael Cole said it. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's going to take a second for them to make like an official announcement of her being like official main roster person. Who's in the car?
That is the car driven by William.
Oh, it's AJ Styles. I'm like, who is that? Like, who would come in to Monday Night Raw with a fast car? Oh, speaking of which, everybody, yesterday I watched NASCAR for the very first time in my life. I'm not sure we have any NASCAR fans here. If you are a NASCAR fan in the chat, let me know. I've never seen like I've seen it like on TV, maybe like flipping the channels, but I've never stopped and watched NASCAR ever in my life. And so yesterday I was kind of bored and I didn't know what to watch on TV. And if you guys go on Max, on the app Max, they have drivers cams for like the NASCAR drivers. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Like, I wonder what they show in the drivers cam. Oh, see, we got some NASCAR fans in here. Malachi, Chris is a NASCAR fan. Halloween King Myers is also. Jacob used to be. Okay, so we got a couple. Dawn used to be as well. So I decided to tune in to one of those NASCAR cams, and I spent like maybe 5 minutes watching one of them, and it was kind of cool because I did like hearing like. Granted, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about, but I did like hearing the person that talks to the driver and he's like giving them, I guess, like instructions or whatever. And my favorite part though was because the guy whose cam I had clicked on, he was in first place, but I liked it better when he would fall to like third or fourth because then I can see the cars in front of him. So anyways, it was a silly thing, but that's what I was doing yesterday for 5 minutes of my day watching NASCAR. Yeah, it was fun.
Over a wrestling match, over me not helping.
Anyways, let me give some shout outs in the meantime while they do this while they do this little recap. By the way, thank you so much, Brandon Rosen, DWO member for 16 months. He says, let's get this watch along party started. There's going to be so many streams this week, everyone. I got Raw today, NXT tomorrow. I decided to do a watch along because Ricky Starks is going to be signing his contract. Plus, I'm expecting to see Jordan Gray. So for those two reasons, I've decided to do a watch along for tomorrow's NXT. I don't normally do them, so I will be on. And then Wednesday, of course, Dynamite coverage with Reg. And then Thursday, I'm going to be doing my Kahoot live stream once again. A lot of people have been asking me when my next trivia game is. It is happening this Thursday, and the topic is Elimination Chamber history. So I will be doing that on Thursday. And then Friday, we will have SmackDown coverage here on the channel, which is the watch along. And sorry, my Netflix is buffering, so give it a second. It did this last time, and it only did it one time, and we were good for the rest of the stream. So I'm not freaking out because it happened last time and everything was okay. But I'm going to have to fix that right now because it's looking like it's buffering. And that's me for whatever. I think it's my VPN, and the connection isn't as strong as when I normally watch without the VPN. So I think it causes it a little bit of a buffer. But Friday is the, oh shit, see, here we go. I have to refresh the page. Hold on. I hope it didn't catch me. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Netflix may have caught me red-handed. Ah! Hold on. Let's see. Come on, Netflix. You worked last time. Do it again. Technical difficulties, everybody. Hold on. Come on. You can do it. We got to give it a second. Oh, we got to give it a second. Okay, last time it worked okay. I just hope I don't have to disconnect because then that'll fudge everything up. Hold on, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Come on, baby. You got this. Yes. Okay. We're good. We're good. Let me put them back up here. No. Okay. Hold on. All right, everything's good now. Everything is good. Sorry, everyone. That happens randomly every now and then. All right, we're kicking things off with Sami Zayn. Of course, right now the recap was all about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, since Kevin Owens hit Sami Zayn with a pile driver. And then they've been sharing some words via video promos and whatnot. We got McTaro in the building. Thank you so much for the first super chat of the day. McTaro says, happy Monday, Denise. I hope you're doing well. And I'm sorry I missed Saturday night. I was one super tired person that night. I enjoyed it, though. McTaro, thank you so much for tuning in whenever you can. Saturday was definitely a busy one here. And it was a very, very long stream. I was so tired from it on Sunday. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I want to stay home. I want to relax. And that is exactly what I ended up doing. So it was a good time on Saturday hanging out with everybody, watching Collision. I mean, sorry, not Collision. Watching Grand Slam. Well, technically it was a Collision, but anyways. Watching Grand Slam, watching Vengeance Day, all of that. It was a really, really good time. So it flew by like this, guys. It really, really did. Victoria, thank you so much, and I hope you're having a good week as well. Shout out to Ryan, Eugene, Stuart Bridgman, Jacob Hernandez, Stephen Marchuli is in the house, Taylor, Infamous Raider Loco, Don, King of Strong Style. We got KJ in the building, IC, Vlad 3. We got Gianna. What is up, Gianna? We also got Super Pro, a regular here on the channel. Tim Biotti, good to see you, man. The wrestlers riding in a bull would be really great. All right, I'm going to shut up for Sami Zayn's promo. Let's see what we get from Sami today. Mind you, he's back sooner than Randy Orton. Randy Orton took a pile driver, and we still haven't seen him. It has been a long time since we've seen Randy, so I guess it's good we're seeing Sami.
Gotta tell you, it's been a rough couple of weeks, but damn, that feels good to hear. Thank you so much for that. I've had a lot of time these last couple of weeks sitting, rehabbing, and just thinking about the history between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Yeah.
I mean, that history is very, very long.
And it's really crazy. I think in the entire history of this business, there are no other two guys whose names have been tied to each other for their entire careers like this. I'm talking from pool halls and community centers in Montreal, all the way through the independents, through NXT, through WWE, all the way to the main event of WrestleMania. We did it together.
Still one of the best moments, seeing him and Kevin Owens holding up the tag team titles at WrestleMania 39. That was
amazing. There's obviously going to be a lot of betrayals. There's obviously going to be a lot of forgiving and forgetting. But unfortunately, Kev, there's no forgiving and there's no forgetting this time.
I don't know, man. I feel like we've gotten really deep before.
You know, I know and you know, this time was different. It wasn't about sending a message. It wasn't about getting ahead in your career. You tried to end my career.
Sami, I want to believe you. I want to believe you, but
the problem for Kevin is that he didn't get the job done.
History tends to repeat itself.
I'm still standing right here. And I'm not going to pretend my next 100% it's not. But I know what I've got in the tank. And I have got enough for a fight.
I was going to say, it's going to bust out Mark Henry's line. I got a lot left more. I got a lot more left in the tank.
For Elimination Chamber, guess what, pal? I'll be in Toronto too. Now, I want this fight, and I'm pretty sure everyone here wants to see that fight.
Sammy.
Oh, is that?
What are we doing?
Oh, it's Pierce. I didn't recognize his voice there for a second.
More than once. Come on. You've talked to Aldis about it? Listen, I know he wants a match. I know Kevin wants the match. I know they want the match too. Sami, you know there is a big part of me that also wants the match.
Easy then.
But you have been given an answer more than once. I've told you no. Aldis has told you no. The board has told you no. Medical, Sami. Medical has told you no.
Adam Pierce is always here to ruin the fun. He's a fun sucker.
And that's the kicker.
Fun
you
sucker.
Are not medically cleared to compete. You shouldn't even be in that ring right now. You know it and I know it. So as much as I would love nothing more, and I've said this to your face, I say it again, as much as I would love nothing more than to make it official, the answer is no.
We all know it's going to happen. Come on now. You can't tell a pro wrestler no. Two men who want to beat the living crap out of each other after things have gotten so serious. He's going to get in there some way, somehow. Risk it all.
Adam, wait. Hey, Adam. How long have you known me? Huh? How long have you known me and Kevin? You were with us long before our names ever touched a WWE contract. You know the history between us. You know this time is different. And you know I am not taking no for an answer.
See? Come on, we know this.
Adam, I am not leaving this ring until you give me that match.
Then we're gonna have to drag you out, Sami.
You're right. I've known you and Kevin for more than 20 years. I've seen it from the beginning. I've seen it till now.
Adam Pierce always gives in.
I know that you know I cannot sanction this. What do you want me to do? Something I've never done before?
Ooh, I think I know where we're going.
So what does that mean? Sami, that means if Kevin wants to wrap a chair around your face, I can't stop him. It means if Kevin wants to drag you up into the concourse and beat you senseless, I can't stop him.
Yes. Yes. Come on, Pierce.
Sam, it means if Kevin... Sam,
say the words.
It means if Kevin wants to hoist you up and pile drive you again and again and again and again and again and again, I can't stop him. Means there's no referees to enforce rules, Because there are no rules, Sami, which means WWE washes its hands of this thing completely, legally, which means you assume all the risk for very little reward. Because even if you win this thing, you still lose. So what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Sami? What it ultimately means is that in Toronto, at Elimination Chamber, it could be the very last match in the career of Sami Zayn.
Or
do you understand what I'm saying to
Kevin
you,
Owens. You never know. Come on now. I love how we heard all of that and the crowd still like let them fight. Also, I think there's a really There's a really funny sign. If it says what I think it says.
Do I understand what it means? Yeah, I know exactly what it means. It means if I want to wrap a steel chair around Kevin Owens' face, you can't stop me. And if I take him and beat him senseless in the middle of the concourse, you can't stop me. And if I decide to dump him on his head and end his career, you can't stop me.
See, why is Pierce on? He was already riding off Sami Zayn. Like, Sami Zayn could do the same thing to KO.
What this means. What do I want? You know exactly what I want. Give me this damn match.
Say the words, Pierce.
In Toronto, at Elimination Chamber, it will be Kevin Owens one-on-one with Sami Zayn. But Sami, it's not official. It's unsanctioned.
I love how he took off his glasses to say that to Sami. He's like, I need to take this off so you can see my eyes. That's how you know he means business. He had to take off his glasses to emphasize this point of this match happening. All right, so I think that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens definitely needed this, by the way, because we've talked a whole lot about, sort of adding something a little bit different to these matches just to make them feel different, especially when you have guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn who have fought each other up and down, like Sami just said, all over the place. You got to find ways to make this, like, different, to make it feel different, to make it feel more exciting. And I think that's exactly what they did here. So I'm excited for this unsanctioned match. Elimination Chamber is starting to look like it's going to be a somewhat pretty violent pay-per-view because the chambers within themselves are violent. You're going to have an unsanctioned match. That could be another violent match, should be a violent match. So it's looking so far like we're going to have a pretty gruesome pay-per-view, as gruesome as it'll get in this WWE PG era or whatever era we're calling it. I don't even know anymore since we're on Netflix. I don't even know what era we're in anymore.
Like it was shot on a cell phone. We don't know who sent it. We don't know who filmed it.
Oh, yeah, this was whole thing. We got Sheldon Jackson here, by the way, who sends in a super chat saying a very bad night for Judgment Day ahead, I presume. If Raquel Rodriguez loses and Finn Balor loses, yeah, it will probably be a bad night for them. I'm debating. I don't know if they're going to have Roxanne win or Raquel. I feel like if they have Raquel win, it's obviously just for her to help Liv Morgan.
Give me a credit card info.
But I feel like a lot more people would rather see Roxanne Perez in the matchup. Thank you, Sheldon. All right, let's see what the Judgment Day says.
But I heard that Bianca and Naomi are here on Raw, and they're looking for revenge.
Maybe, but I feel like the only revenge you should be worried about is when Raquel and I go for our tag team titles. But I don't want to talk about them right now, Debbie Dom. I want to talk about you. I just want to let you know how impressed I've been with you the last couple of weeks, really stepping up for the Judgment Day. And I know you're going to be AJ Styles tonight, like the strong, sexy man that I know that you are.
Thanks.
Well, I don't know if Dominic's going to defeat AJ Styles.
Not the sexy part.
I know.
But you know what I mean. It's just, it would really help take a load off if we could add a new member.
Yeah.
But every time I say something, Finn just jumps down my throat about it.
I know.
Hey, someone mentioned my name.
Finn heard his name and his ears started ringing.
We can't wait to watch you win.
Thanks so much. Thank you. And I was just thinking that after tonight, there's going to be 3 members of the Judgment Day at the Elimination Chamber.
Hell yeah.
Right? You, because you already beat Io Sky. Me, because I'm going to beat Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
And Raquel. Unless it would be pretty embarrassing if you were to lose to someone like Roxanne Perez.
Oh no, I think she is
Girl,
gonna lose
funny
to
whip.
Roxanne.
Tonight,
Which I do
I'll
kind of
handle
see.
my
I want to see
business,
Roxanne
and
win.
you can take care of yours. Okay?
I will handle my business. And you handle your business. And at the end of the night, the Judgment Day, we're all gonna be back in business. All right?
Oh no, I don't think that's happening. I think he jinxed himself.
And no new members.
Damn, Finn is such a hater. He's like, we don't want to add, we want to gatekeep people in the Judgment Day.
Carly, what are you doing? Go. Go.
Oh, me? Oh, hold on. No.
Poor Carlito, he's
Does
just
it?
hanging around there.
Squash that little pip.
Well, Raquel gets Roxanne Perez later on tonight. to qualify
Raquel
for
called
in the women's
Finn Balor a
elimination chamber match.
pussy.
You know, within 24 hours,
That's hilarious. All right, let's see what everybody is saying here in the chat. In the meantime, we got Luis here who says Raquel could probably kick Finn's ass. I mean, look it, she's towering over him. We got Jess Tolini who says, I can't concentrate. Liv is too good looking. Yeah, she's stunning. And she always
After
looks
this,
really
bro,
great.
The day after the
Let's see
when,
what's
Braun Breaker
us
spared me,
on
chat.
his stream.
Bro, I had probably one of the worst headaches. I couldn't move, chat. I could not move, bro. I thought I was genuinely about to die. Like real talk. That was maybe one of the most craziest worst experiences ever.
The wind was just
Like, real
knocked
talk.
right out of him. Look at his
I'm being
face.
so serious right now.
Thought he was going to die.
That's what he thought.
Thought he was going to die. I show Speed.
He still gives
Absolute
Speed
legend.
so much
Oh,
credit
speaking of
for
legends,
doing that, guys.
coming up next,
One of the most
first time in American
iconic
Monday Night Raw in nearly
moments
2
in the
years.
Royal Rumble, that's for
AJ
sure.
Styles
Really, really
versus
great
Dirty
stuff there.
Dom, live on Netflix.
All right, we are going into our first break, of course. For those of you who've never joined the Raw Watch Along, I am on the international version, so we do get like little bonus videos in the commercial breaks, and I just let them play so you guys can hear them. Hey, they got Big Joseph doing stuff on Raw again. He's doing interviews.
Bailey has traveled over the last
Is he filling in for Jackie Redmond?
Monday when we were in
Is
Nashville,
Jackie not there
Tennessee.
today, or
She was able
is he
to
filling?
qualify for
Because
the
usually that's
Elimination
Jackie's
Chamber,
role.
defeating Lyra Valkyria.
So
Then
I don't
she
know if
would
he's
head
filling in for
south.
Jackie
She'd come
or
down to
filling in for
Orlando, Florida.
Kathy,
She
but
would be
Kathy's
on
usually
NXT
backstage and Jackie's
every
usually
Tuesday,
like
which they
on the
were
actual
home for the last
stage.
several weeks. Then
So
she'd
I'm
go
assuming
from
maybe he's
Orlando
filling in for
all
Jackie.
the way to the Bay
Oh, thank you,
Area.
Jay Grouse.
And
He
she
says, yeah,
was taking
Jackie's
part
doing hockey
in
for
the
TNT.
NBA
Okay, that makes sense.
Celebrity
Yeah,
All-Star Game,
that
where she
definitely makes
absolutely
sense.
balled out in San
I love that they're
Francisco. Then she'd
recapping
get back on the plane. She'd go from the West
what
Coast,
Bailey did.
she'd go to the East Coast,
Yeah,
and
she
all
was a
would do
hustler, man.
would main event WWE
She's a hustler.
Vengeance
All right, let me
Day
get
in
some
Washington, D.C.
some
She had a good night's sleep. She got
some
back on
love
the
here
plane, which
to
brings us
everybody. Let's see
Raw
who's in this
right here
chat. In the
Charlotte,
meantime,
North Carolina.
let me scroll. All right,
And please,
we got Big G, Todd Wesley,
Bailey,
Tim
who's gonna join
Biotti, King
me
of
right
Strong
now.
Style, Patrick Connolly, Tanner Blakely,
We talked about that
and
briefly. We
Vin,
talked about the
Cody
game.
Lindquist. Thank you so
Qualifier
much
to
for hanging in
Elimination
here.
Chamber.
Arnold
How
Nicholson
big of a
Jr.,
match is that
love
gonna
for
be on March
Boost.
1st?
And let me hear what Bailey says.
Big match. I had a huge week last week, but nothing is as big as Elimination Chamber going into WrestleMania. I have won Elimination Chambers in the past, so I do have that experience. But this is
got
different
experience in
because I can go
everything.
against Rhea Ripley, or I can go against Io Sky, which we all know how that ended last time. A ding dong, hello Io. So this is very big to me because as much as I have done in my career, as many WrestleManias and championships as I have had, I still have a whole lot to prove.
Good,
Well,
good.
good luck in the Elimination Chamber. Bailey,
I feel like Bailey is just getting back up there by showing that she's a workhorse.
WrestleMania, but right now we got 2 elimination qualifiers.
All right, let's see who else we got in here. What's up? We got Devin Santiago who says, hey, Denise, my birthday is next week. Devin, I hope you have a fun celebration for your birthday. Let us know if you have any big plans. Let's see what we got here. We got Blue Chew in the house. Blue Chew. We got, let's see who haven't got it out yet. We got Dan Davidson. What's up, Dan? We got Prince J World, Tiger Claw Gaming, Ryan Powell, BTG Wrestling. He says, Denise, what's the mic that you have called? People ask me this all the time, and you'd think I'd remember it by now, but I always have to look.
I was forced to have Seth up.
Electro Voice. RE20. That's the microphone that I have. Thank you for asking. I'm actually, at some point, I need to upgrade my microphone because I've had this microphone for 5 years. And I'm feeling like it's about to almost like give up on me. And so I need to save some, I need to look into like what is like the top-notch microphones out there. But this one's pretty good and it's lasted me 5 years already. So, but I do think after a while, I feel like after 5 years, you probably have to upgrade. So we'll see. We got Jay Hunch. What is up, Jay? Let's see who else we got here. Who haven't I shouted out yet?
Congratulations.
Oh, hey, Nick Steele is in the building too. Good to see you, Nick Steele. Nice to see you, man. We got CC Funk 1. Always nice to see you, CC Funk. Another regular. We got Raphael Smith. We got Desi Baby. What is up, Desi Baby? Good to see you, man. And if I haven't said hello to you and you've been hanging out in the stream and I'm like, you want to be acknowledged. If you want to be acknowledged, throw your ones up in the chat or something. All right. Let's see who we got here. We got Mike C. He says, hey, a little late, but I just finished dinner. What's up, everyone? Have a great stream, Denise. Thank you, Mike. I also ate dinner right before this stream. That's why I was running late. Because I posted a video super late today on the channel, and that kind of backed me up a little bit. And so then I ate dinner later than I normally do. Everyone here knows that I eat dinner like freakishly early at like 3 o'clock. And today I ate dinner at 4:30, which is not something I do very often at all. And so, yeah. Anyways, Mike, I hope you had a good dinner. Mine was okay. I had like little popcorn chicken with potatoes, but to be honest, I ate so fast I didn't even enjoy myself. Mike C, thank you. We got awakened by YH Assembly who says, dang, that microphone is huge. I used a blue brand mic. Oh yeah, this microphone's ginormous. Look at this.
Yeah. How old is AJ Styles?
Let me show you. The microphone.
So he's definitely talking about AJ Styles. He said he's sending them to the
There you go. Look at that.
Braun Breaker said he'll do that to anybody, but AJ
bigger than my hand. That's what she said. Blue Chew. BlueChew.com, guys. BlueChew.com. All right, we got Corenda Snowden. Good to see you, Corenda. And we are about to start this match with Dominic and AJ Styles. Let me give a few more shout outs, though. We got Q Diz here. We got Chris Holsinger. What's up, Chris? Let's see. Oh, Sheldon Jackson says, so Denise, you remember your rant about Dom and AJ now? Yeah, Sheldon sent it to me, and I most definitely remember my rant about Dominic and AJ now. I went off, bro. But that was a while back, though. We got Jockey Sad here who says AJ stands no chance against the greatest luchador of all time. I'm dead. We got Darren. You know who would love this one? Santi would love what you just said. We got Darren G here. What's up, Darren? We got Chris Robinson, Future King, Sash Ryder, Martin Raheel. Always good to see you, Martin. Thank you so much to the Twitch homies over at Arcade Shuttleworth. Thank you so much for popping in as well. We got Drew Aldrich Boyer. Sean is in here. We got Dr. J. Merrick. Good to see you, Dr. J. Darren G. Future King. Devin Santiago. He says his plan is to pre-order WWE 2K25 for his birthday. That's great. Speaking of which, I do have a giveaway going on right now on Instagram. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, I am giving away 2 copies of WWE 2K25 on Instagram. So if you guys want to go enter that, you can enter over here on this post in case you want a chance to win.
It's like a 20-hour flight.
So we'll see. We've gotten a couple of entries already so far, but I'm hoping that it blows up a little bit more. Let me see. Oh, we've gotten 144 entries so far. So pretty good. You guys have a good chance. Usually the Twitter ones have like way more. So you have a good chance on Instagram. All right, we also got 6 Maxwell99. Thank you so much for hopping in. Andy Nershall says, here, because I'm not buying Netflix for this, at least get results from you. Andy, there's a lot of good stuff to watch on Netflix. I can't imagine not having Netflix right now, only because I watch so many shows on there. So in case you're interested in other things aside from wrestling, you might be fairly impressed by the Netflix app. So But I know how it is. It's like it all adds up though once you start getting like Netflix and
Dominic earlier today.
Hulu and Paramount and Max and all of these freaking apps, Disney Plus. Eventually, it really adds up. So I get it.
Well, he said it's his 20-year anniversary.
Tiger Claw Gaming says, "Oh no, 4:30 dinner to me, you rebel." I know. I'm so extreme.
Oh, Hall of Fame nuts.
AJ loading up for the phenomenal forearm.
Oh, of course, Carlito getting involved. Oh, Jesus. He like freaking AJ just fell backwards. But AJ's so good at that. AJ's always like making everything look a lot more grand. All the selling that he does always looks epic.
Down goes AJ. Dominic Mysterio.
We got Bailey Darley here. Thank you so much, Bailey, for the super chat. Bailey says, I want Judgment Day to have a bad day. Hey, I'm here with you, man. I would want to see it too. So I want to see Judgment Day eventually break up. I also want to see them have a bad day. I think they've deserved it. They've accumulated nothing but bad karma. And we all know that karma follows you around.
Hey, Carlito.
So I think Judgment Day deserves a bad day. And I think Dominic will be the first one to take this L here tonight. Thank you so much, Bailey.
I wish you had seen his
Hey, what's up? We got Sven Big in the building. Good to see you, Sven. We got Arthur Thompson. Eggsy Trek Jedi. Good to see you.
You were just there.
I've interviewed Stephanie Vaquero already. I haven't interviewed Julia. So, but I have a lot more to ask to Stephanie. So I would probably have to say Stephanie.
And I apologize for that. It was beautiful. AJ Styles. Dominic Mysterio.
And now Dominic with a neck breaker to Styles. And Mysterio quickly into the cover.
We also got Steven C77. What is up, Steven?
Dominic Mysterio. I mean, that's the truth somehow. He's born and raised in this industry.
We also got Andy.
On the road.
Microphone looks like a big bong. Has no one ever seen my full microphone? Do you guys ever just see the you ever just see the tip? Here's the full thing. We got Sarah also here, says I'm listening while I walk to the gas station to get a drink so I don't miss anything. Thanks, Denise. Aw, enjoy yourself. Be safe out there, though, Sarah. Be safe out there. We got Jeremiah Pete also here. What's up, Jeremiah?
Keep your eyes on both of you. Eyes on both.
I feel bad for
Nick the Creator is also in the building. What's up, Nick?
I don't know. It looks like he's got those horse goggles.
Larice Johnson. What's up, Larice? I also hope I get to 300K. That's going to be a journey. Thanks so much for the kind comment, Larice. What's up to Tanner? He says anything can be turned into a Blue Chew ad. Honestly, yeah. At this point, I've gotten really good at turning anything into a Blue Chew ad. The secret is making it sound like a Blue Chew ad. You know, like you have to, it's all in the tone of your voice. What's up to all Megan's faves? Have gold on SmackDown. Good to see you. Does Pat McAfee need to stop calling Curly the bad apple?
Charlotte, North Carolina,
I mean, we do have a bad apple. I mean, I get why he does it, right? Because it's like, if you're a bad apple, it's a thing that is commonly used for people who are don't behave well, right? But then I also get it because we have Brian Keith, the bad apple, and but I also kind of hate it. So it is what it is.
Michelle, congratulations.
What's up, T? Thank you so much for hopping in on Twitter.
Certainly Hall of Fame worthy.
Dominic Mysterio now up over the top. And AJ Styles in trouble. Cover. Hooks the leg near the rope, but AJ gets his foot on the bottom rope. Again, Dominic turned things around thanks to the interference on a couple of occasions by Carlito.
We got Dynasty Dan. What's up, Dynasty Dan? Extreme Salcedo. We got a super chat here from Sven Big. Thank you so much, Sven. He says, as always, thank you for the watch along. I'm off until Thursday, so I'm watching along with Denise this week. You're the best. Yes! You're the second person I see that told me that they have the week off this week. So I guess I chose a really good week to do a shit ton of watch-alongs, right? Bennett, enjoy your vacation, man. I can't wait to go on vacation, but I probably won't go on vacation until the end of the year. So once things slow down, you can't go on vacation during Mania season. That's like impossible, or not ideal, rather. It's possible. You can definitely do it, but it's not ideal.
Dominic again channeling Eddie Guerrero. Top rope frog splash. Nobody home as Styles.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Felt like Dom was telegraphing.
Impossible Wrestler says, do you eat snacks as you watch wrestling? No, I usually just drink my water, which I forgot to bring right now. I drink water because obviously in these streams I do a lot of talking. And in order to preserve my voice or just keep it good and strong, I always make sure to drink a lot of water during these streams.
And a champ all over the world. And now here comes Styles, and that right there is vintage AJ Styles as he turns Dom inside out with a clothesline.
Punches and strikes.
Oh, and then that
with Mike
flying low.
It's so good to see AJ Styles back, man.
AJ Styles feeding off of Charlotte.
Now into the corner. He's got Dominic up, and Dominic's down, knee right to the back of the neck, and Styles.
What's up to Victor Baron Zuniga? Thank you so much for also hopping into the stream. We got Love for Boost. We got Don Leckby Jr. What is up? Zachary Walton, Jay Moscow. Good to see you, Jay. Randall Stock. We got Rally Cap in here, Jonathan. I remembered Jonathan. Moneymaker Chris is also in here. What is up, man? Yo, that roll-up made me nervous. That roll-up made me nervous. Oh, it's done. He gets a Styles Clash here. It's done. Bye-bye, Dominic. Come on, ref. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So I think we really are going to have a bad night for the Judgment Day because they've already taken one beautiful, strong L.
Ref could have counted to 20.
I think Sheldon Jackson will be onto something. Oh, there's Braun Breaker. Oh, remember they did the tease? The little confrontation with Braun and AJ? Oh, instead he took out Dominic.
The Intercontinental Champion.
Rip Dominic. He was X amount of years old. Bye-bye, Dominic. That was funny.
Braun Breaker embarrassed and humiliated tonight by AJ Styles.
The dogs are barking at Charlotte.
Oh, he caught his shirt perfectly. Hey, yo, AJ's out here with some quick reflexes. Moved out of the way fast enough to avoid the spear. Caught the freaking t-shirt. Yo, AJ.
Now that's what it's all about.
But he wasn't quick enough to grab the belt.
AJ would love to win the Intercontinental
They don't want
Championship
none.
for a second time in his career.
Braun Breaker wants some.
Things did not go as planned by Braun Breaker here tonight, but I think the one thing we did learn, Pat, is that AJ Styles is nowhere near ready for the old folks home.
I'd say retirement is nowhere near. I will say he was close to catching that 300 milli-view spear. And instead, that dumpster dog.
I think Braun Breaker, by the way, has the best spear right now in wrestling. I know that's kind of complicated considering that Roman Reigns does one too, but I think I like Braun Breaker's spear a lot more. I think his is even stronger than Roman's. Do you guys agree or disagree? Who has the better spear? Roman, Braun, or somebody else that I forgot to name? Whose spear is the spear right now?
Cormier picking Julius Creed to be a part of his team, the UFC. And let's take it back to last Monday night. This is all about the tag team titles. The Viking Raiders defending against the Creed brothers. And this was an exceptional match. One where we thought the Viking Raiders were going to pick up the victory.
All right, let's see what everyone's saying on this spear vote. We got Desi Baby who says Braun spear is top tier. Vlad picks Bobby Lashley. Okay, fair enough. I didn't say anybody else too. Sarah says Braun. Ricky says Roman. Steven Braun. Icy still going with Goldberg. I technically said current. I didn't say all time. I did say current. Vin Braun. Clown Braun.
But you didn't win.
Yes.
Ben Lashley.
Promised
Future King still going. People are still going with Goldberg. Okay, Future King. Dan Davidson also says Goldberg. CC Funk Roman. Cutest says not Jay. No one has said Edge, by the way.
Hey, Dakota, listen. I know all these people want to see you get another title shot at the
Oh,
Intercontinental
I love
Championship.
Dakota's gear.
I'm telling
The
you,
all
the
purple.
Cinderella story ends tonight. I'm taking that title home to American Made.
Look here, you little whippersnapper. Many women have
What's a
tried to take me down
whippersnapper?
before, and they were far tougher
Whippersnapper?
than you. Okay. I'm earning my rematch tonight. I'll see you in the ring.
A whippersnapper is a young and inexperienced person considered to be presumptuous or overconfident. Oh, so a cocky young thing. Whippersnapper. Oh, look at me. I learned something new today. If anybody here already knew what whippersnapper meant, let me know. If you learned something new today, too, let me know. All right, Moneymaker Chris also votes Braun. Spin Stalker Braun. Bailey Braun. Desi Baby says, I was literally just thinking, like, I know Roman will never give it up, but damn, Braun hits that shit like he means it, too. I feel like if you told me, like, who would you rather take a spear from, Roman or Braun? I would probably say Roman because I feel like he'd go a little easy on me. Versus Braun, I would probably, like, shoot up into the sky somewhere and, like, die up in the air. So, yeah, no thanks. I would rather take Roman's spear than Braun. Oh, like, legit. And I think the moment that really solidified it was when he got speed. When he got speed, bro, with that spear, that was the moment where I was like, yeah, Braun has the best spear. I would never want to take a spear from Braun. There are certain things in life I would not want to do. One, I would not want to take a chop from Gunther. I would not want to take a spear from Braun Breaker. And those would probably be the ones right now at this moment that I would definitely never sign up for. Let's see what we got here. We got Mike C, who says, no one beats Braun. Spears, probably the best I have ever seen. Top tier. Future King says Edge. Edge used to have a good spear. And I feel like as I've seen more spears throughout my time, I have become a lesser fan of Edge's spear. I don't like when things look like a running hug. You know what I'm saying? If your spear looks like a running hug, anybody who does them that way, it kind of makes me not be a fan of the spear. Like, I need to see, like, the person just, like, run through the soul of the person that they're spearing. So, yeah. Leo Poroy says, I picked Braun. His spear looks like getting hit by a car. Legit. What I was trying to explain right now. Like, getting hit by a car. That's what Braun's spears look like. Tracy says, Braun's is crispier than Roman's and intense. We got Larice Johnson who picked Edge. We got Future King who picked Brock. John says Cope isn't bad. Jeremiah says Roman Reigns. Zachary Walton says Braun. Daniel picks Cope. Martin picks Cope. Dylan picks Braun. Cutest says Jay Spears as if he's playing with his toddler nephew. Like a cute little gentle spear. Charles says Braun, no questions about it. Drew says Braun. Jay says Braun. Mike C says Jay's got a horrible spear. That man shouldn't be doing it. He hugs people. That's what I mean by a running hug. If it looks like you're running and giving a nice hug, it's not the spear we want. Oh, man. All right, we got a couple of ones. Oh, yes, we got to honor Rhino Spear. His gore. It is a really great one, too. A really, really great one. Thank you, Davion. We got Anthony here who also says Goldberg. Mike C says Ricky Starks has a decent spear. I haven't seen Ricky Starks cut a spear in such a long time that I don't even remember because we didn't see him for such a long freaking time. Arcade Shuttleworth says, what about Moose? I'm a big fan of Moose as a wrestler. He's very, very good. I'm trying to remember his spear. He's a very tall guy, so if I recall, his spear feels like it has like a lot of power, you know? So, yeah. Let's see. What's up to Philip here? He says, Denise Salcedo, I am stacked your account
Ivy
tonight.
Nile has never won a singles championship in her career here
confused.
in WWE.
All right.
Could move a step closer
I think it auto-corrected, so let me know what you were trying to say. Let's see. Oh, a bunch of people, by the way, knew what whippersnapper meant. Don says yes, but then again, I'm old. Brandon Rosen says that's your old person word of the day. Whippersnapper.
Making his NRL debut in 2011.
RK also knew it as well. That's funny. Dylan Johnson says, I thought it was just what old people called young people. Well, I guess young cocky people. All right. Yeah, seriously, ask Speed. You think he'd sign up to take another spear from Braun Breaker? I think it's scarier a second time because you know what to expect. Like, you know what feeling you're going to get, right? All right. Let's see. By the way, we got Dakota Kai coming up. I think she's facing, Ivy Nile, I believe. Since they just had the confrontation, I'm assuming that's what we're about to see. Unless I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong. Yes, no, it is Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile, which we just saw their confrontation. So yeah, that makes sense.
Making her way in the ring.
We got Stephen Marchuli here. Thank you so much, Stephen, for the super chat. He says, what do you want Ricky Starks to have his first feud with? Oh my God, that has been like the question that a lot of people have been asking, and every single time I kind of feel like we can just go in multiple directions. I did throw out Lexis King's name the other day, so I guess I'll probably stick with that one only because I am expecting him to go up against Oba Femi, but maybe not right away, especially since it looks like Oba Femi's gonna have to deal with that mystery group that attacked him. Thank you so much, Stephen. I hope you're having a good week, by the way. Good Monday.
Terrible time with tag teams tonight.
BTW, this match is obviously to determine the new #1 contender for Lyra Valkyra's Intercontinental Championship.
The leader of American Made is off on a sabbatical, I guess, learning how to combat the luchadors here in WWE. So he said when he left.
Richard Martinez says, will Ricky Starks keep his name? I believe so. I believe so.
Around their waist when he comes back.
I think with the way Chad Gable leads, you would assume that the American Made squad would be much better off without him.
Oh.
We'll see if that's the case. Tonight, holy hell!
Dumped over the top rope by Ivy Nile.
Right here in front of Lyra Valkyria, our first ever Intercontinental title.
Dakota has.
We got Bailey Darley. Thank you so much, Bailey, for the super chat. Says, how was your day off? It was glorious. I had a day off yesterday. And I slept in until 10. It's very nice. The husband made me breakfast, so I had breakfast right away, which was nice. We were supposed to go out, but I was so freaking tired from Saturday. So I was like, let's stay home and just watch TV all day and order food and stay in. And we had a very, very cozy day. We did just that. We watched some TV. We watched the O.J. Simpson documentary, the new one on Netflix. And then we watched, one of the movies we love to watch. Don't laugh. We love to watch it. It's Titanic. We have the best time watching Titanic. We always watch it every now and then, and we're like, oh, it's our Valentine's celebration. Like, Titanic seems like a good movie to watch. So we watched Titanic, and then we ordered some pizza. Yeah, it was very, very nice. So my day off was great.
She knows Dakota very well.
I didn't want it to end. I was so mad. I was like, no, tomorrow's Monday. And then I was supposed to wake up super early today to get shit going. And I was so tired from yesterday of doing nothing apparently. And then I still woke up late today. So tomorrow I will wake up early. I find Tuesdays easier to wake up early than Mondays. Because like Tuesday, you already got the groove of the week going. Mondays, you're still kind of feeling the weekend.
Paint brushing the face of Ivy Nile.
Thank you, Bailey. We got Sven Big here, who's been a member of the DWO for 11 months. It says, epic move of the week, the one wing tin and blade. That was insane. I posted my reaction to that on Instagram in case you guys want to check that out. For those of you who weren't on the watch along, you can check that out. Nice.
That may be
Dakota.
Off that sunset flip and a kick out now by Ivy.
We got King Amigo Gang 123. What is up, man? It says North Carolina crowd aren't even in the show. Al crowd. We came off of some really strong crowds. Excuse me, I was going to say clouds. Crowds with Washington. Like, Washington is great.
Big right hand.
We're coming off some really big crowds. This one, North Charlotte, North Carolina, a little bit more tame. Maybe they're just not really into Dakota and Ivy, maybe, because they're really quiet right now. And really, really quiet right now. So I'm going to take it as maybe they're just not as invested in this match. So hopefully they the rest of the show rocks their boat because yeah, they're pretty quiet right now. They weren't that quiet with the opening segment though. They were into the Sami Zayn stuff. So hopefully it's just depending on what they're interested in versus it being like this the whole night. So we'll see what gets them to react. Thank you so much, King Michael Gang, though, for the super chat. And Tiger Claw Gaming DWO member for 15 months says Braun versus AJ is going to rock. So looking forward to that. So looking forward to that. I cannot emphasize that enough. Thank you, Tiger Claw Gaming. Also, good news since we're on the topic of gaming. a lot of people were wondering if I'm going to stream WWE 2K25. I've been updating everybody on that because everybody knows here that I'm clueless when it comes to video games and how video games work and stuff. But I did ask my sister if I could borrow her PlayStation, and she said yes. Now, she hasn't texted me back ever since I tried to set a date for her to give me her PlayStation so that I can do a test run. She hasn't responded yet, and it's been like a week, but she's also busy, so I gotta hit her up. I haven't had a chance to remind her, so she probably just forgot. But as long as my sister doesn't forget, if she lends me her PlayStation, I will be able to stream WWE 2K25. So I think she'll let me for like a day, because I don't think she'll let me. So I don't think she'll lend it to me forever though, because she plays her PlayStation, obviously.
Oh, and a great counter. Nile now. Cover. Kick out by
Good, Sarah. Sarah says she got home safe. Great, Sarah. Nice. Thank you for letting us know. I'm like a mother now. I worry about everybody and everything.
Title opportunity on the other side. Let's not get too frustrated. That's what you trained for. That's what you
Yeah,
for.
man. Oh, wow. Now I am noticing how quiet the crowd is. Damn.
Dakota Kai able to counter. And a nice German suplex.
Yeah. Hey, look, there was a little ooh in there.
Chad Gable, the leader of American Made. Dakota Kai, though, roll through.
Tiger Claw's like, make me an offer for my PS5, Denise. We can negotiate. I did go on to Amazon to look to see like if I could buy like a used PlayStation or one of those refurbished PlayStations, because I don't want to spend $500 on a PlayStation. And the cheapest I found was like $420 for a refurbished one.
Will Dakota tap out to the ankle lock by Ivy Nile?
But maybe I'll look better because I didn't look in the used section. Maybe I'll see if anybody's selling like a used PlayStation that is obviously still in good condition.
Dakota right to the back of the neck.
I'm gonna wait and see.
Ivy Nile maybe down and out. Dakota Kai closing in on a victory. Connecting.
Oh, looks like Dakota's about to get the win.
On the GTK.
Yeah, she did.
What a win.
I don't think she should defeat Lyra, of course. I just think Lyra's just such a stronger wrestler.
So we're gonna get a rematch.
And also, we haven't even seen too much of Lyra defend her title. So yeah, we're definitely not going to want Lyra to lose right off the bat to Dakota. Definitely don't want that just yet. Dakota will eventually get her run, I imagine, but not yet. Let's let Lyra Valkyria's reign simmer a little bit.
Into the GTK. Sends Dakota Kai to an intercontinental
Tiger Claw Gaming says that's crazy. Might as well get a new one for $500. Yeah, $70 isn't that much of a difference, right?
What a match. Yeah, the first matchup was a great one. I'm sure this one will be just as
okay,
good.
Dakota and Lyra.
Kai for the Intercontinental Championship. Well, you know, WWE Evolve will showcase.
Leo Poroy says if you do it, you should create a custom championship in 2K for DWL members to fight for it. I didn't even know you could do that, Leo. That's incredible. See, like, that's why I really want to do WWE 2K25 streams, because I don't know shit, like legit. I don't know shit like about video games. Like, I don't know the things you could do on there besides like create a wrestler, play a season, and play matches. I don't know anything else that you could do on this stuff. I'm like legitimately not a gamer, and I don't know shit about video games. And so that's why the one who was encouraging me to stream video games is Will Washington. Will was like, Denise, it would be hella hilarious to try to watch you figure out video games. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you know, people are really into that. And he was telling me that he has a friend that I think has like some sort of YouTube channel or Twitch channel or something. And all this friend does is stream Final Fantasy videos, and the person is incredibly successful at it. And she like, the girl just plays Final Fantasy. Like, she doesn't even play other games. It's just specifically Final Fantasy, and she's doing really great. And anyway, so he was the one that was like, you should stream playing the game, especially because your experience playing the game will be different than anybody else, because again, you're not a gamer. And so I don't know, we'll see. He made a pretty convincing argument, so he definitely convinced me. Sheldon Jackson says, Denise, you should do a My GM where you get to book a show. It's My GM, the app game, or it's in the actual 2K25 game. So you have to be very, very specific with me. When it comes to gaming stuff, I 1000% need you guys to be as specific as possible. Mike C says, I play video games every day. It's a nice, relaxing time. That's great. That's so great. Infamous Very Local says, ask Luke, Team Wrestle Talk. He knows. I will ask him, actually. The only problem is that every time I text Luke Owen, I don't hear back from him till like 8 hours later. Because we are on different time zones. Moneymaker Chris says he got his used from GameStop and it works great. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't even know you could do that. Kevin says you would do well playing GM mode. See if you can build a better roster and book better shows against one of your co-hosts. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. Oh, Sheldon says it's in the actual game. All right. Mike C says that's what me and my girlfriend play. We play My GM mode. Oh, so it sounds like that's a fun version to play. What's up, Broody? Thank you so much for hopping into the game, man. Rated in TVMA Lewis says I know less than that. I told you guys I'm very, very clueless on this video game world. Tom says DC would book a great show in 2K. I don't know. We'll try. Chris Robinson says Playboy had a video game one time. What? What'd you do in the Playboy game? Like, what was going on in the Playboy game? That's what I want to know.
Hey, don't touch the kid. Kid's a dog. Okay, you need to understand this kid.
You got Pat McAfee chatting with A-Town Down Under in the commercial break.
Not me. This kid will. All right. Anyways, boys, thank you for the time.
What's up, Lorenzo Anderson? Thank you so much for hopping onto the stream. Bailey says Denise versus Santi would be fun. Oh, he'd probably wipe the floor with me. I know he does plays games. Everybody would wipe the floor with me, though. I don't know how to do none of that stuff.
That has certainly not been the case.
Playmaker says you can trade in game phones and tablets at GameStop for credit or cash.
Well, I'll answer that because I
don't think if I have anything trade.
From you. Me? Yeah, because
no, I gave away my old laptop.
You got one ball and no championships.
I don't got nothing to trade. Like literally nothing. I had a laptop that I gave away, so.
Speaking of no championships,
Ben says I want to see Denise also play against Reg.
What happened?
I think Reg plays video games. That's so funny.
Some are saying. Not me. I'm a journalist. This is what they're saying.
Hey, we're not here to talk about the past. We're here to talk about now, Raw, Netflix, and we're here to talk about Sheamus.
All right.
I have played Grand Theft Auto for those of you asking. Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the guy
every time he opens the refrigerator. Well, not regularly though, but for like maybe a handful of times I played Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and and I also played San Andreas. I did play both of those back in the day. Oh, dude, I was supposed to watch this today, the LFG show. I was supposed to watch yesterday's episode, but I didn't have time to do it because I woke up late like a loser. And so who watched this yesterday? Did anybody watch this, the LFG show? Was it good? Because I'm going to watch it. And if the first episode is good, then I'm probably going to do like a watch along for it. But again, I got to see when these I gotta even check the times. I don't even know what time it's out. All right, let's see. We got Moneymaker Chris says it was really good. King of Strong South says I watched it. Yeah, it was pretty good. Maurice didn't watch it. JJ did watch it. It was good. We got Tyron Hunt and says it was great. You know, Howard says it was decent. Eggsy Trek Jedi says I did. It was good. Super Pro says I haven't watched it yet. Heard it was good. Jay Hunt Smith said like me. Miss WB Girl also missed it like me. Dr. J. Mary did watch it and enjoy it. Good, good. Mike C says, guess I'm giving it a watch. Van says, each LFG episode is an hour and a half, 15 episodes this season. Ooh, and it's every Sunday, right? Okay, so I just need to catch up on the first one. And then afterwards, I could probably do some watch-alongs to it. That could be kind of fun. Austin Wright says he saw it, and then Gunther's a savage. Speaking of which, Gunther's on right now. Moneymaker Chris says, felt like it was an updated version of Tough Enough.
Anyway, so I get the
That's
concept
good.
myself.
Good to know. Thank you for sharing
Very
that.
simple gesture.
What's up, Lionheart
for very
Fitness?
simple
Yeet.
people. And I get why Jey feels so comfortable up here, because he's quite the simple guy himself. You know, I don't blame you.
Oh, I just realized what he was doing, Gunther, copying Jey Uso's entrance.
Because me performing for you,
I literally just realized
is
that's what he
reading
was doing.
Shakespeare to a dog.
So different seeing Gunther walk down than when we see Jey walk down.
Happens. Thank you.
What's that little kid telling Gunther?
What you need to understand is that as the best wrestler in this company right now, I am sick and tired of stepping in the ring with people that can't even lace my boots. So I was hopeful. I could talk some sense into Jey. I was hopeful that I could beat some sense into Jey to make the right decision. But because of you yeeting along, dancing along, and giving a false sense of confidence and forced that man into digging his own grave. Oh, you shut up. It stinks out here. Come on.
Not him saying it stinks. Oh, no. Gunther's a savage.
At WrestleMania, the match won't happen up here. It will happen in this ring. And after that bell rings, I outclass Jey Uso in every aspect of this sport.
I kind of want Gunther to do this every week and just talk shit to everybody. Just go around and get pissed at everybody with a yeet shirt or a yeet sign.
Oh.
Feel like I need this every week now. Because Gunther's such a heel.
What all of you did.
Jonathan says Gunther needs to find his inner Uzi.
WrestleMania.
I don't think the man has 1 ounce of Uzi in him.
Jey Uso's blood will be on your hands.
Damn, this is turning into Gunther versus the fans.
Be honest to yourself, be honest to me, and be honest to Jey. Do you really think Jey stands a chance to beat me at WrestleMania?
Gotta admit, Gunther's doing a really good job of making sure people are going crazy for Jey. Like, he's setting everyone up to cheer for him and Jey, and so Gunther's doing his job as a heel.
Pat.
You know what?
Success.
I'm aware that none of you have a clue anyway. So why not get a professional opinion on this whole topic?
I think he's going straight to Pat McAfee, I think. At least him and Pat McAfee aren't dressed like twins today. Oh, he's going on top, like Pat.
Michael? Pat? In your supposed to be unbiased professional opinion, do you really believe that Jey Uso has a chance to beat me at WrestleMania?
Look, they're both scared to answer.
We're supposed to actually, I don't know.
You want an answer now?
Is that supposed to, are we supposed to answer?
No, say it.
We're supposed to.
You always run your mouth, Pat. Say it to me. Come on.
Come on, Pat. Do it. Oh, did he hit him in the ball? I thought he hit him in the balls with the microphone. It looked like he almost did. He threw him the microphone, and I swore it landed like not in the
Jey
ideal
Uso
area.
Can beat you at WrestleMania?
I need a replay of that.
Hey, Pat, be careful here. No, be careful.
Yeah, he kind of did. I think so.
One night only. Anything can happen. Little yeeting here, little yeeting there, yeeting all over the place. Yeah, I hope he can beat you.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah.
He said he hopes.
All right, that's good.
Keyword hopes.
Good job. See, I don't think that was the answer that Gunther wanted, Pat.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh, Jey Uso saving Pat McAfee's ass right now.
Always gotta start.
That's it. Now we need a feud between Gunther and Pat McAfee.
Well, this is what's coming.
After this, we need Gunther versus Pat.
We got officials trying to hold Jey back.
Terrence Sullivan says right in the yam bag.
Jey has heard enough. Pat, what are you
Since Tucker
doing?
says
You're
he
gonna
hit
get
Pat in the
killed.
McAfee's. Bro, for reals, it did look like he hit him in where he wasn't supposed to. Like he just threw it a little too low.
And Uso got free. Jey got
All right,
free.
there goes Jey running in to fight Gunther. Gunther in his fancy ass shoes.
Has taken it to Gunther. I don't know if there's a man or a woman on the planet that thinks Jey's got a chance at WrestleMania, but he's proven to the world that he's going to take the fight. I hope he does go. And now a sleeper locked in by Gunther. Officials trying to separate Gunther.
Big G says, I don't think Jey can win. I know Jey can win.
Things are heating up. We're 2 months away from WrestleMania. Jey Uso taking the fight again to the champ. Gunther's down and has to retreat.
You Super Fro says the crowd wakes up for the yeet moments.
61 days to WrestleMania. And Gunther and Jey Uso for the
That was
World
fun. They
title.
kept it brief with Jey and Gunther and focused more on like Gunther and the fans, Gunther and Pat. So they're trying to find different ways to obviously, I mean, they got so much time, guys, to tell this story. Man, like so much time. It's going to either be a good thing that they have so much time or not a good thing. We could either be by like, in 3 weeks, we could either be like, oh my God, just get this over and done with. Or we can be like, yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm so excited about Gunther and Jey Uso. I liked today's segment. Only again because I thought Gunther was such a savage with the crowd.
Capitalize on an opportunity in 2 months to celebrate a lifelong dream.
My gosh.
Well,
It always looks cool too with like everybody throwing up their hands. We were talking about the crowd needing some energy. I think this may have given them a little bit of energy.
Or will Gunther destroy Jey Uso and make him nothing but an afterthought? Let's head backstage now.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me look at the chat really quickly. Let me see. Oh, we got Liv and Raquel. Okay, I won't talk over them. Hold on.
I'm sure you've seen at this point that SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis received footage that appears to implicate you both.
All right. I mean, you're wearing glasses. You see the video? Did you see Attack Jade? No. So I think that the way you're talking right now is pretty reckless. All Raquel and I have done since we've been together is elevate the level of competition in the entire women's division. And that continues tonight when Raquel qualifies for
Maxie
Chamber
says,
Match.
wow,
She's
Kathy.
little Roxanne. I mean, sure, Roxanne has.
She looks great
the
with those
record for the
glasses. She
longest
looks great with
performance in a Royal
anything.
Rumble match. But tonight,
She's
in
stunning.
minutes, Raquel squashes her like the little bug that she is.
Circling back to the initial question, does that mean that you are denying any
Kathy's
involvement?
giving like hot librarian vibes right now. Or like hot teacher vibes.
If we had attacked Jade Cargill, would we feel bad about it?
No, not at all. I mean, it could happen to anyone who gets in our way. And tonight, that just so happens to be Roxanne.
I'm really rooting for Roxanne to win, guys. I would be so excited if she gets to be in the Elimination Chamber.
Nice try, Kathy.
I hope it happens.
Guilt there from Liv
I
and
really, really
Raquel.
hope
Well,
it
Elimination
happens.
Chamber is coming
All
to
right,
Rogers
let's see
Center
what we
in
got here. What we got
Toronto.
here.
Saturday,
Mictaru
the
says,
first
been gaming my
45
entire life
tickets
since a
on
kid
sale
and
now.
still gaming like a pro. Hell yeah, Mictaru. I'm definitely going to need your help once I start gaming. So thank you so much, Mictaru, for tuning into the show and sending in this super chat, man. We also got Cole. Thank you so much, Cole, for the super chat. Cole says, how do you feel about the wrestlers sitting in the stands? I think they look dumb sitting out there. I don't mind it at all. I feel like if it benefits the show, then it's even better. But sometimes it doesn't feel necessary. But because they are doing all of these bonus videos in between the commercial break, I feel like that's probably the best way for them to get some content during the commercial breaks. So I mean, as long as you don't got Roman Reigns sitting out there, like, we're okay, right? Oh, they have had Cody Rhodes sit out there, though. He's a top guy. But I think, like, certain people, it's okay. Certain people, I probably wouldn't do it. But if it makes sense to the story and it's entertaining, then I don't mind it. Thank you so much, Cole, for your hot take and for the super chat. Oh, yeah, everyone's asking about whether or not Roxanne is a face or a heel. She's a heel on NXT. She might be a face on Raw. I don't know, but she's a heel on NXT.
2019 Kofi Mania. Nobody thought that I could do it, but I did.
So we want to say, regarding your heavyweight championship match at WrestleMania, we cannot wait to see you lose.
Ooh, Gunther gonna beat that behind, boy.
You might beat them tattoos off.
He gonna knock a bite off, bro.
What's up to Jan Hasir? Thank you so much for tuning in. We got Jonathan who says LFG is okay. We got Chris Robinson. Janica. Hey, Janica. I don't know where Orton and Jade are at, but it's been a while for Randy.
New Day sucks.
Jade, I would imagine, is coming soon, since at least they're moving the story alive. There's been no mention of Randy, unless he just randomly comes out in that KO Sammy match.
What you just call me? Hold on, man. Language barrier.
Game Over Jesse says, what is the best way to support your channel? Honestly, just tuning in to watching the videos, subscribing, commenting, hitting that like button. Those are some of the ways that you can definitely help support the channel, sharing the videos on social media. There's nothing better than word of mouth, because whenever like fans, like legit people say like, oh, I'm a big fan of this or whatever, right? Other people see that and they're like, oh, okay, maybe I should give this a chance if that person likes it. And oh, I heard this person likes it too. Oh, that person likes it too. Oh, maybe I should check it out. Maybe I'm missing something. I feel like word of mouth, sharing videos, that type of stuff is always the best way to support the channel. Thank you so much, Game Over Jesse.
The Bruiserweight, Pete
Dunne admitted he was embarrassed.
All right, we got Pete Dunne versus Penta incoming. So this should be a fun one.
Gets an opportunity at
Retribution
right now.
Yeah, I was trying to check what date we last saw Penta versus Pete Dunne. So that happened on January 20th, 2025. That was his second match on Raw. Because, yeah, I remember that being a match that I enjoyed. I think I even liked it more than his match with Chad Gable, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, that was his second match. So now he's facing him again, and that's going to be, this is Penta's fourth match on Raw since he made his debut. It's Chad Gable, Pete Dunne, Royal Rumble appearance, Ludwig Kaiser, main event taping, and now another Raw match here. So 6th match overall in WWE. So good for him, man. Good for him.
You know
all right.
exactly what I want.
Let me give some more shout outs to people, see what everyone's saying. We got Jonathan here who says Roxanne should join the faction with Liv Morgan and Raquel. I mean, they are looking for another member, but I mean, if she beats Raquel and they tell a story of like, maybe Raquel shouldn't be in this group. Maybe it should be Roxanne. That'd be interesting, but I don't think it's going to happen though.
It will be.
We got Dynasty Dawn here who says Penta will, Dynasty Dan, excuse me, who says Penta will crush him. I don't know, man. Pete Dunne can go. Pete Dunne can definitely go. We got Robert W. What's up, Robert? Thanks so much for hopping into the stream as well. Let's see.
Well, it's official. It'll happen a week from tomorrow. Rogers Center. Elimination Chamber. It started in Canada. It may end.
I'll be going to Elimination Chamber. So many people in Toronto are going to be there at the show. I hope to see some of you guys there. I will be there. Can't wait. I haven't been to Toronto in a while. I think the last time I was in Toronto was for Forbidden Door.
Back to Monday Night Raw live on Netflix here in Charlotte.
I think it was Forbidden Door the last time I was in Toronto. I've only been to Toronto. What am I talking about? I've only been to Toronto one time. I'm making it seem like I've been to Toronto so many freaking times. I've been there one time, and it was for Forbidden Door. I remember now because I did a tour. I signed up for a tour to Niagara Falls. It was a 2-hour bus tour, and I got to ride the little boat in Niagara Falls, and then I hung out. I played some games on that little boardwalk that they have there. It was very, very cool. So I wonder what I'll do this time that I'm there, because I probably won't do Niagara Falls again. Been there, done that. So, plus I wouldn't want to do that alone again. I already did that alone one time. So
this one, and also the Mormon one, and then the circle.
I got to try some maple while I was there, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try maple, and it should be someplace like Canada where it's famous. Dr. J. Merritt says one of my favorite places I have lived is in Toronto. Oh, you've lived there. Dr. J. Merritt, please let me know of some things I should check out in Toronto, because I might have time to maybe go to like a restaurant or something. Oh shit, the Penta entrance gets cooler every week. Every week I feel like they add something new. Did they have that already? The little swirly fireworks? Did they have that already? Or is that new?
The man who has taken WWE by storm.
So yes, please let me know, Dr. J. Merritt.
Levels in just a month here in WWE. He was the Iron Man back in the Royal Rumble.
Ben Big says Canadian bacon. I mean, I've had Canadian bacon here, but I should probably have Canadian bacon in Canada. I did have
Why is the world
poutine fries.
How could you not?
I did have that, but I don't think I ordered a good flavor, because the flavor the ones I got, there was too much shit on them, and I didn't really enjoy it. It was a little too much for me, so I think I should go more simple on the poutine. Dr. J. Merritt says CN Tower if you're not afraid of heights.
Aquí estamos, mi amigo.
Okay.
I feel like I tried to do that last time, but I think they sold out. I think that's what happened last time. I think it was on my to-do list, but I never did it. Stuart Bridgman also says CN Tower. Okay, I'll definitely figure that out.
To do his trademark start to this matchup, and now the slugfest is underway. Again, Dunne was embarrassed when Penta knocked him off a couple of weeks ago. Said he vows revenge here tonight.
Classic contrast.
All right, Penta, Pete Dunne. Let's see what we get. Svenvik says revolving restaurant. It's cool. Revolving restaurant. Ooh, does it actually like spin? Like, is that what we're talking about? Like a spinning restaurant? Is that what it is? Let's see. Carlos V says if I ever go to Canada, the first I'll do is Tim Hortons. I have done Tim Hortons. Yeah, I've definitely done that.
The Bruiserweight.
Stuart Bridgman said Hockey Hall of Fame. Do you like hockey?
If you're in the arena, you can feel Penta whenever he's
I
here.
probably won't do that.
Pete Dunne is gonna
I'll do the CN Tower though, since everybody's recommending it. That's like the number1 recommendation.
Make him pay.
6 Max 199 says Penta has a great entrance. I agree. Every time I see Penta's entrance, I feel like I gotta stand up. I don't know how to explain it. Like I can't watch his entrance sitting down. I feel like I gotta get up.
Yeah, joint manipulation. Try to break the fingers, perhaps, of Penta.
Thank you so much, CC Funk. That's very nice of you.
Gloves, at least to expose the fingers, and now
here we go.
That is just so hard to watch.
I love when Pete Dunne just goes to the fingers. Jonathan says, Denise, would you be down for Pete Dunne to join Imperium with Ludwig and Gunther? Hell yeah, man. I would love for Pete Dunne to be presented as a more serious wrestler, other than the whole having him go out there and whine about being called Butch. I would prefer for him to be a part of a group like Imperium and be serious. Although we haven't really seen Imperium come out together that often anymore. Have we? No, we haven't. It's basically we've been seeing Ludwig on his own, Gunther on his own. They're not joined by the hip as they once were. Hey, what's up, Godfather Dom? He says Penta has been on fire. He still has it. I still miss him with Phoenix, though. I like watching Penta in a tag team even more than I do singles.
Over 15,000.
Dr. J. Merritt says the top section of the CN Tower, you can see all of Toronto on a clear day. Hell yeah, that's cool. Oh no, Vlad 3 says Dunne has Pete Dunne has a finger fetish.
Oh wow!
I've never heard of anyone having a finger fetish.
Just like that.
But I'm pretty sure
The
it's
Penta
a thing.
experience has begun.
Now out on the apron. That chop echoing through the Spectrum Center here in Charlotte.
He took his glove off.
Hey,
Might have made the
Casey.
chop more
I
effective
did.
for
Thank you
Penta.
so much. I hope you did too.
Hang on. And now again,
Brandon
going
says, did
back
you
to
miss
the
my
hand
super
and the
chat?
fingers of
Let me
Penta
check.
trying to break the
I
finger.
did.
My goodness.
Brandon, I'm so sorry. Brandon Rosen says, I think I'm looking forward to KO versus Sammy at Elimination Chamber the most. I'll be there in the nosebleeds. Yes, Brandon. Okay, I hope to see you at the show. Please tweet me the day of the show or something, and that way we can find each other. I would love to say hello and meet you. So hope you enjoy the show too.
Look who it is.
Thank you, Brandon, for the super chat. Seriously, thank you. So Ludwig Kaiser just came out, by the way, with Pete Dunne here.
And Ludwig Kaiser making his presence felt. Kaiser, another one who vowed to knock off Penta only to find himself.
That
on the losing
turtleneck
column
is
after
so
that
white.
matchup.
It's so white. It's like a
Here
light.
looking on.
It's like blinding me.
As Pete Dunne continues the dice.
Godfather Dom says, like the shirt, by the way. Oh, yeah. My little Chelsea green shirt. I think this is only the second time I've ever worn it.
I don't think Dunne likes the fact that Kaiser's out here either.
Brendan, yes, feel free to message me on Instagram. If I'm following you, I think you can message me.
And now controlling.
Sorry, I turned off all my messages on Instagram. And my DMs have always been off on Twitter. And my DMs are pretty much off everywhere, only just because I'm sure you guys can probably imagine some of the messages I get. So I turned them off a few years ago, and it's kind of it's kind of embarrassing though, because a lot of people like will ask me, like even with tagging and stuff, like no one can tag me on things, and so people will ask me like, hey, I can't, like people that I know be like, I can't tag you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, my freaking Instagram settings are set to this. And I have to explain to everybody. It's always like a thing.
Penta.
King of Strong Style says DM is where the devil plays. Yeah, no, I completely turned off my DMs. Like, I can't even get message requests at all. Like, I turned that off. I don't know how I did it. I was just messing with like Instagram settings. And I was just trying to go as private as I possibly could. And that was the best that I could do.
Wildly handsome.
Hey, pro wrestling guys, is probably a good thing. Yeah, no, it's definitely been nice. I haven't had to worry about seeing stuff that I don't want to see. Because when I had them on, things got really weird in there. And it made me like nervous to tune into my Instagram page, because no matter if I tried to avoid it, it was like right there. And I would be able to read previews of messages and they were just awful. So I'm like, yeah, I can't even have these previews. Like I need to get rid of everything. And so a few years ago, like it's been like 2 years that I was able to figure out how to turn all of that off on Instagram. So my new rule is if you want to say anything to me, you got to say it in public in the comments section. Everything's got to be put out there in the public for the public to see.
Hands were supposed to bend the way that Pete Dunne's making Penta's hands bend today.
Well, Dunne loves to punish, torture his opponents.
Penta
trying to fight back. One thing we've learned about Penta, tremendous resilience.
Stuart Bridgman says maybe set up a personal one that's not work related. I thought about that, but I don't really want to. It's just more work.
And now Penta's fired up.
Plus, I feel like my personal one is like on Facebook where it's just my family. So anything personal that I want to post that's not work related, it's just on my personal Facebook. So they'll see it there. And if not, I could just DM them. Like, I'm not DM them. Text message directly.
Cover now by Penta to win yet another matchup. Dunne kicks it too. Kaiser a bit impressed.
Thank you so much, Janica. I feel well rested after Sunday.
The athleticism, then the power.
This WWE girl too says, I got rid of my Twitter account. It's too toxic. I'm on Instagram and Blue Sky. Yeah, it's like it's wild. I think all social medias are toxic. I know everyone just thinks it's like Twitter. They all are. They all are bad in some different way.
Penta now. A big kick. Oh my! Right to the face of.
You just
Dunne.
gotta find whichever one. You just gotta find ways to navigate it.
Again, the uber athletic Penta. Uh-oh. Dunne caught him. There's that sit-out power bomb for the win. Almost had
Like
it.
I've developed my own little rules, my own little social media rules that I now follow. And so my social media rules that I made for myself have been keeping me sane to the point where I don't know how to explain it. I don't really care anymore when it comes to like negativity and things like that. Just gotta like find what works for you.
The legendary worldwide star Penta and Pete Dunne. German suplex released by Dunne. Big kick by Penta.
He's still putting on a fight.
Oh, step up Enziguri drops Penta.
Yo, Penta and Pete Dunne are having a good one right now, by the way.
Back to his feet quickly, though. Dunne top rope.
I knew they would. I really liked their last match.
Mexican Destroyer.
So I'm not surprised that this match has been pretty damn solid.
This has all been at about a pace of 1,000 miles an hour.
And it's about to pick up even more.
But a Mexican Destroyer at this stage.
And now Kaiser. Penta was going for the Kobe con Hilo, and Ludwig Kaiser causing the interference. It allows Pete Dunne to capitalize.
I was gonna say, do we see Penta's first singles loss on Raw tonight?
Dunne roll up, shoulders down on Penta. Try to grab some tights, couldn't. Penta kicked it too.
Ludwig Kaiser gets involved. He grabs his tights. He still can't beat him.
Because both Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser have been doing this thing where they both want to be the ones to beat Penta, but none of them have been able to. And now it looks like Pete Dunne's getting distracted, though. Oh, Ludwig's about to get knocked off. Yeah, there he goes. Anytime you see anybody in wrestling hanging out at the ring apron and they turn around the opposite direction, you know they're about to get knocked down. Oh no, Penta. And Penta continues his winning streak on Monday Night Raw. And he's now defeated Pete Dunne 2 times. So they probably shouldn't run this back anymore.
With a luchador, Penta.
We got Vlad Bree who says Penta has been an instant hit in WWE. We got KJ here who says Penta's destined for great things. Can't wait for his singles title run. We got Andy here who says I just have Blue Sky, nothing else. People really aren't decent on the other stuff. Pretty soon it'll be like that on Blue Sky too, though. Like once more people go over there, it'll be. I've already had issues on Blue Sky. Like within 2 days. Within 2 days, I was already like, oh, it's just the same old thing. That's why I have no faith in no social media apps. They're all the same. Anyways, yeah, maybe oh my gosh, I'm social media jaded now. But it's just you can't erase bad apples. Bad apples are everywhere.
That's impressive once again here tonight on Monday Night Raw. We want to remind everyone.
We got about an hour left on Raw. Chuck West says, I'm with you on socials. Amen. We got everybody putting over Kathy. She looks amazing, but that girl is like, she's a rarity, you know? She's just, she's very, very gorgeous.
Kathy Kelly.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jey Uso, and Jey, from last week's physical attack by Gunther to tonight's verbal assault, I got to ask, how are you feeling?
Underestimated, Kathy.
Which is totally valid considering you won this year's Royal Rumble, but I have to say, I've heard a lot of superstars are doubting whether you can walk out of WrestleMania as the new World Heavyweight Champion. So
damn,
how are you
everybody's
feeling
doubting poor
confidence-wise?
Jey.
They doubting me, Kathy, right? Jey can't beat him. I can't beat him. They keep on doubting me, but who's standing in front of you as the Royal Rumble winner? That's me. And at WrestleMania, Kathy, I'm gonna shock the world again. When I beat him and become new World Heavyweight Champ.
What was that? I was gonna say he's gonna add that now.
So the question is Jey Uso really believing
That's
that,
funny.
or is he trying to convince himself?
He's laughing at the silliest things over here.
As long as he believes it on
It's too funny.
WrestleMania
Oh, the little
night,
kid in
that's
the back
only thing that
having the
matters.
best time dancing.
Well, our own
Little
Bailey
kid in
had
the
a
red shirt.
Dream come true. Let's go to the Patastrator presented by Piero. This was at the NBA
Oh, let's see
Celebrity
the
All-Star
Palastrator.
Game
Let's see
this
what
past Friday
Pat
night in
McAfee
Oakland.
says. Usually he's pretty
Bailey was
funny in
part of
these.
Team Jerry Rice, Pat.
High school basketball all-star from out in the Bay Area got to play, obviously, having a good time with Kami.
Bailey's
and Jerry
living her
Rice.
best
You look
life right
here
now.
This is the
Look
moment
at
you need to pay
her. She
attention
looks
to.
good.
Bailey has her eyes on Baron Davis. This man, NBA champion, all-star, scared to death to take on Bailey. He decides to pass the ball away to anybody but himself. Bailey showcased on the defensive side, was able to smack wood. On the offensive side now, we do have some questions. Good handles. Looks like
Okay,
she had the ball
she's
before.
dribbling.
Gets the ball underneath the paint, put the shot up. Ooh, hit the
Oh.
pass off the rim. Great assist. Bailey, lockdown defender, point guard, great haircut. Maybe the only thing that has been said positive about the NBA All-Star Game is that Bailey was awesome.
Well, Bailey
Nice.
was
I
great.
love Bailey
Ladies
getting
and
her
gentlemen,
flowers
making
this whole
herself
weekend.
great over the last
Seeing
month.
everybody talk about her
Live
accomplishments
for
is very,
NXT's
very nice.
Roxanne Perez.
I hope that WWE sees that and just continues to
When
like
I look
support
in the
this
mirror,
woman.
I don't see a villain.
Ooh, a Roxanne Perez vignette.
Decorated woman in NXT history. Breakout tournament winner. Iron Survivor winner. Women's Tag Champion. Two-time NXT Women's Champion. We all saw the Royal Rumble where I lasted longer than
I
any
can't
woman
wait for
in
Roxanne
history.
Perez to have her first
There's no
WrestleMania
moment
match.
That's too big for the Prodigy. There truly is levels to this, and no one is on mine.
Well, can her almost Cinderella-like run continue?
She's wearing
The
green
last
because
spot in
she's
the
money.
Elimination Chamber is up for
Because the
grabs.
women
Will it be
are
NXT
money.
upstart Roxanne Perez, who is in the midst of a career month, or will it be
Carlos
Raquel
B says
Rodriguez
dream match Roxanne
of the
Perez
Judgment
versus
Day?
AJ
Who will
Lee.
qualify?
Also, what is
We
up,
find out
Jeremiah Pete? Thank you
on
so much for
Netflix.
hopping in. We also got Mike Rouse 007, who's also here. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part here of the watch along.
That's right. We are going to
All right, and looks like Dakota's having a
we know who's headed to Cincinnati next week. The new
interview here.
#1 contender to the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Dakota Kai. I mean, you now have your championship match next week.
Yes, back! I'm so excited. I mean, you guys know my journey's been filled with a lot of highs and a lot of lows, but the thing about me is I always pick myself back up and I'm always stronger on the other side. Yeah, I lost in the finals of the tournament.
We got Bailey
I did.
Darley here who
I
says
picked myself
Jey
back up
beat Cora.
and
No,
earned
sorry.
myself
Jey
another
beat
shot at
Tina
getting that title
1
around my
on
waist.
1.
But Vic, this isn't just about
Bailey, thank you
winning
for
a
the super chat.
championship. It's about proving that everything it took to get here was worth it.
And yes, this is for those of you wondering, this is actually Roxanne's
see you
second
next
match. She defeated
And I
Indy
will
Hartwell.
walk out as
It
new
was
Women's
on
Intercontinental
the
Champion.
Raw after Mania, April 8th, 2024.
Well, good luck next week.
That was her first
in
Raw match.
Cincinnati, and we're all going to be watching that matchup. All eyes are also going
And
to be
she
on the
also
Elimination
had
Chamber. We talked a lot
a
about The
He was also part of a
Elimination Chamber,
SmackDown
we saw
match,
a
a 6-person
match.
tag, and
Seth
but that was in
Rollins, Finn
2022, so
Balor
I don't
to
know if you
come in
want to
our
count.
main
Well,
event,
you
but in
should
a
still
matter of
count it.
moments, it will
Then, of
be
course, she did the Royal
women's
Rumble
final
appearance
qualifying match. Who is
3
gonna be able
times.
to punch
She was
their
in Rumble
ticket to
2023,
Toronto? Who is gonna
2024,
be able to
and then, of
punch
course,
their ticket to the
2025.
Elimination Chamber?
And then
We're
this is
gonna
her
find out
second
here
Raw match.
next on Monday
Some of
Night
her
Raw.
main
Voice of
roster
NXT, Vic Joseph,
accomplishments.
doing a great job tonight,
Here we
filling in for
go.
Jackie
Let's go.
Redmond
It's time,
here on
baby.
Monday Night
See
Raw.
our girl Roxy. Oh, I really hope she wins. I really hope she wins. Like, I feel like they're gonna have Raquel win just so she can help Liz Morgan out on the Elimination Chamber. But I don't want that. I love Raquel, but I want Roxanne.
Hey, here's the deal.
I want Liv Morgan to fend for herself in the match. And I feel like Roxanne Perez, you don't just go from being in the final 2 of the Royal Rumble with just her and Charlotte freaking Flair and then just be like gone or whatever. No, I think they definitely need to do this. I feel like they definitely need to do this match here with, add Roxanne Perez to this match. We got Icy here who says, Roxy, baby. Mike C says, been a fan of hers since Roxy in Ring of Honor. Dom also wants Roxanne to win. We got all Megan's faves here who says, OMG, Roseanne Perez. Let's see who else we got here. Jay Moscow says, Roxanne better win. Vlad says such a massive size difference. Oh, yeah, big time. Big time. I've stood next to both Roxanne and Raquel, and Roxanne is about my height, and Raquel is just like way taller. She's way taller. All right, let's see. We got McTaro here who says if Roxanne loses, we riot. Let's see. King of Strong Style says Liv needs the help, though. I know, but no. I think it would be really fun to see Roxanne. Oh, wait, people are saying she called her Roseanne? What? That's right. Is that why? Hold on, is that why? Oh, no wonder I didn't understand. The previous comment that I read where they called her Roseanne, I thought you were just making a different joke, Megan. I didn't realize that Lillian called her Roseanne. What? Did not notice that at all. She really did. Now I feel like rewinding, but I don't want to fuck up my stream, so I did not notice that. I was so excited about her coming out that I didn't notice Lillian calling her Roseanne. That is funny. Well, not funny because it's like a really big match for Roxanne. So, Mike Parker Collect here says, been multitasking tonight, but I'm stopping to watch this match. I feel like Roxanne has to win. Mike Parker, thank you as always for tuning in to the super for the watch along, sending in the super chat. And also, yeah, I feel like this is a can't miss because this is the one where I'm kind of hoping for a surprise here. I want to be surprised. I want to be shocked. Let it be Roseanne. Come on, Roseanne. Mike Parker, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Hope you're having a good week.
It's war.
That's funny. Ron says, even if Raquel doesn't win, she can still get involved in the chamber match somehow. So Roxanne. Carl Boo says Roseanne Perez, a Roseanne Bar, Rosie Perez hybrid. Oh, that's Roxanne in the game. Oh.
Thank you for doing that for us gamers, and obviously the graphics are phenomenal.
And there is Roxanne Perez, live and
Thank you
living
so much,
color
Jonathan.
tonight, an opportunity to gain the final spot. Elimination Chamber.
Daniel here says, bow down to the real queen, the prodigy, Roxanne Perez. If you mean Roseanne Perez. Zachary Wilson says, let's go, Roseanne Perez. Oh no, Andy here says Roseanne, this is the bar pretty low. I think Lillian has spoken about how like she gets nervous sometimes. So maybe she just got like a little nervous.
Representing Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez.
So there's a lot to talk about tonight in this matchup. So there are 6 spots in the Elimination Chamber. Already filling those spots, Bianca Belair and Naomi from SmackDown.
Leo Portaway says if Rio can say umanga, then only can say Roseanne.
Raquel. Bailey is
Well,
in,
if she
and so
does,
is
if she
Alexa
does
Bliss,
win, if
who's
Roxanne
returned to
does
Friday Night
win,
SmackDown final
hopefully
spot here
she
tonight. The winner
says it right.
of the
It's like that would be
Elimination
sucky
Chamber
if you
match
like
goes on
win a big
WrestleMania
match and then they're
61
like call you by the
take
wrong
on
name.
Either Rhea Ripley or Io
Oh,
Sky,
now I
whoever's
am a
world
little
champion
worried
at
that she won't
WrestleMania,
win.
They have a title
Come
match
on,
next week
Roxanne.
on Monday Night Raw. So here we go. Roxanne Perez.
So excited.
And Raquel Rodriguez.
And obviously,
Women
Liv
are
Morgan is
money.
out here excited and hoping that Raquel will join her in the Elimination Chamber so she can hand her a win.
Well, Raquel may have the advantage. Roxanne Perez went through a hellacious match, the main event at NXT Vengeance Day this past Saturday. Won by Julia, fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. That's a title that's been held on 2 different occasions by Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, and it's, you know, anytime you're taking on Judgment Day, you know there's going to
Ooh,
be a
what if
numbers
we
game, but
instead
the
we
Prodigy's ready
Liv
for
Morgan
anything.
cost
Oh,
Roxanne the match, and then this leads to like Roxanne and Liv Morgan, and that becomes her first big feud on Raw.
Oh, and a big clothesline.
If Roxanne doesn't win, that's going to be my
Also wanna
second
send
thing
a,
that I
big
wish for.
Congratulations out to Stephanie McCurr of NXT, the brand new women's North American champion, winning that at Vengeance Day.
We got the Champ 39. Thank you so much for the super chat, the Champ 39. He says Roxanne needs to win this match to keep her momentum after this past Saturday's loss, and also the momentum that she gained being in the final 2 with Charlotte Flair. Like that was such a big important part for her in her career. Man, I feel like you got to keep that going. So I agree. I think Roxanne Perez should be winning, but then also I'm a big fan of hers, so I'm probably just being biased. I'm like, I feel like I'm just being biased, but it would just be so exciting to see her in the chamber. And like I said, I want her to have a cool rise like Tiffany and Jade Cargill and those kinds of girls.
Raquel Rodriguez intercepting.
Thank you, Champ 39.
Sending her into the post, and Raquel's taking over.
Well, they just tossed her like a javelin.
Icy says, I really feel like Roxanne is going to win because she's getting her ass kicked.
For Roxanne Perez, Pat.
Either that or maybe Raquel will squash her. I don't know. I don't think she should, though. Squash her. That would not be cool. But if maybe Roxanne finds like a...
certainly impressive.
If she suddenly surprises everybody. Ooh, that would be nice.
The Prodigy.
You know, this women's elimination chamber match is shaping up to be something. Again, the power of Rodriguez. If Raquel wins, she would be in the chamber with her teammate. And a lackadaisical cover. Perez kicked out. Raquel would be in the chamber with her teammate Liv Morgan. Already teammates and tag team champions Bianca and Naomi are in the chamber match. What do you do if it comes down to you and your teammate?
Yeah, you would assume that it's every woman for themselves, but Liv seems to think that Raquel's going in there just to work for Liv. I mean, that needs to be said. She has said that numerous times.
Mr. Forshot brings up an interesting point. Says, one thing I'd say is Roxanne needs a better theme if she's going to break into the main show. I do like her theme. Of course, it could be a lot more catchier, of course, something that stands out a little bit more. But then again, we've kind of been going through that issue with people that are even on the main roster that don't seem to have like noteworthy themes.
And now here Raquel again showing off the power to Roxanne Perez.
That looks like fun. I would pay Raquel to do that to me, just to spin me in a circle. I love spinning rides. Like I'm the person that goes on the teacups. I'm the person that goes on those spinning disc ones.
Last week.
Yeah, you're right.
I love those rides. So I would pay Raquel to swing me like that. I'd pay Cesaro to swing me like that.
Went for a buckle bomb, and Roxanne able to counter.
That would be hella fun.
Raquel into the corner.
Yeah, Nick the Creator, I agree with you. Says a lot of people need better themes. Yep. Vlad also says so many boring themes. Yeah. Zachary Walton says you're not being biased. Roxanne is money. I agree. She's had a hell of a year.
Keep dropping wood here.
Take the power away.
Says Liv is annoying, but she's so funny. She found a balance. I love Liv. I'm a fan of Liv's too.
Roll through, shoulders down. Roxanne looking to pull one out here. Almost had her.
I think she was able to grab Raquel's legs cleanly. That's why Raquel was able to kick out.
Yeah, it feels like, they're both heels in this Tiger.
Sleeper now by Roxanne Perez.
Stuart Bridgman, Denise is sleeper confirmed. Oh no. Phrasing, please phrasing.
World Championship opportunity. The road to WrestleMania.
Come on, guys. This crowd needs to like
61
get up, get loud.
Way in it. The elimination.
Oh, Raquel just picking
No.
Roxanne out of the air again. And now that full-away
Ouch,
slam
no.
that would make JBL proud. And Raquel now up over
Roxanne,
Perez in the
move,
second
move.
round. There's that
Oh,
spinning elbow
no.
connecting by Rodriguez.
She's
Cover
close
now
to the rope. She's
advance
close to the rope.
Toronto, and Perez
she's
able
out.
to kick
Good,
out
good,
at
good.
2 just barely.
Okay, okay.
We always talk about Raquel's strength, and obviously she is caught.
I don't like
another
seeing
adult
this. She's woman
one-handed
handling her at the moment.
springboard twisting. Oh, I mean,
You know, we
Double left us. Oh God, we don't need that rumor starting. After all, I don't think my AI husband would allow it.
What about the news this week that Trish
My
Stratus
AI
returns to
husband.
Toronto? Oh
Ooh.
my goodness! Shoulder first to the post. Raquel.
Jacob Fatu. Or like Braun Strowman says, Fatu.
Nia Jackson, Candice LeRae is Roxanne Perez again takes the fight to Raquel.
Okay, okay, okay. Roxanne's building some momentum. She's building 2 dives, 2 dives.
Roxanne using a massive brain and attacking when she
Damn,
sees
what if Liv
Raquel's
Morgan
on a
does
weekend.
cost Roxanne?
Perez again walked right
Or
into
maybe
it,
Liv
though.
Morgan will
And now
accidentally,
trying to
she'll
wrestle
try to
Raquel.
help, but then maybe it won't go right, and instead she accidentally screws Raquel. I don't know.
Dropped Raquel on the top of her
I just
head.
feel like Liv Morgan
Perez
being
has
out
an
there makes
opportunity.
me kind of nervous for Roxanne.
Roxanne
Oh,
with an
nice,
assault.
nice.
Springboard
Okay.
assault by Perez. Cover now for the win. Kick
Okay,
out
not
by
over yet.
Rodriguez for the
Okay.
match.
Prodigy
Come on,
just put that
people,
into
get loud.
DDT.
Watch this. What a
Planted.
DDT bang right on the top of her head.
And springboard line salt.
Love that. Yeah, love that.
Prodigy is living up to the billing.
Okay, she's
And Roxanne and still
Getting
in
her
this
groove.
fight, been very impressive tonight. Looking for
Oh,
pop
ooh.
rocks. That's her finishing move. Raquel though was able to
Eek,
counter with
no,
a
big
big boot, and that
boot.
may be
I don't
it.
know. No,
Raquel
she's
could
close
be
to the rope.
into
She's
the
close to the
chamber.
rope.
Cover, hooks both legs. And
Okay, she kicked out again.
Roxanne able to kick out.
I mean, that was just all boot to face. From
Bianca?
They're here.
Oh, that's right, because Bianca and Naomi are under the assumption, or at least Bianca is, under the assumption that Liv and Raquel were the ones that took out Jade. Oh, I love their gear today.
There was no admission of guilt.
Okay, this is gonna distract Raquel, I think. I think Roxanne might win. Oh, damn, they stick through Liv Morgan. The camera angle is interesting. Okay, okay. Pop rocks, pop rocks. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Roxanne. So happy for her. So happy for her, man.
Continues for Perez.
I mean, I am like, she's going to be in the Elimination Chamber. That is going to be so freaking cool. She's on the rise. But anyways, they're about to wipe out poor Liv right now. Oh, Raquel saved her. Even though I'm still waiting for the swerve, because I do not think it was Liv or Raquel who attacked Jade, by the way. Still not on board with that. Still don't think that's the story that we should be telling here. But whatever, I'll let it slide. Only because it helped Roxanne win for the moment. But Roxanne Perez is in the chamber, baby.
Either Rhea Ripley or Io Sky at WrestleMania for the world title. It is Naomi, Alexa Bliss.
So good. So happy. All right, let me read everyone's reactions to this.
Perez as part of Elimination Chamber. What a night.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Let's head back. Kathy Kelly's got
Who
a
is
special
Kathy
guest.
Kelly interviewing next? Oh, it's Seth Rollins.
Speaking of Elimination Chamber, I am here with Seth freaking Rollins, and you have a big match tonight against an opponent you know quite well. Any final words before you head out there?
Kathy, I got a few words. I got a few final words. WrestleMania is 10 weeks away, but I can't get to WrestleMania unless I go through the Elimination Chamber, but I can't get into the Elimination Chamber unless I win tonight. So tonight, on Monday night, Rollins, right here, Charlotte, North Carolina. This is as big as it gets. Finn Balor needs this win, but I need more.
I feel like they both
I
need
think
it.
I'm all out of words, which means
Maybe even Finn Balor a little bit more, but that's 2 losses already for Judgment Day,
thanks
guys.
so much, Seth. We are
Dom
minutes
and
away from that
Raquel, so I think
Elimination
Finn
Chamber.
is next to get the loss here.
Sami Zayn. I know at some point you're going to see this because
You and I both know you keep a close eye on your good friend, Seth Rollins. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this delirious mindset you and all your friends have. So let me get this straight. Jey Uso actually believes he's going to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And Seth Rollins believes he's going to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, and then he's going to go on to eliminate the Invisible Man, John Cena. No. And you, Sami, you actually believe you stand a chance at beating Kevin Owens in the state that you're in? My God. The first two guys, they've lost their minds. There's no helping them. But you, Sami, I still believe deep down inside, you know there's always more time to turn things around.
I love how Karrion Kross is acting like he's so above all of these guys. He hasn't been on a match on Raw this entire freaking year. His last match on Raw was December 9th, 2024. His last singles match on Raw, let me look.
We find out in a little bit.
His last singles match on Raw was literally July 29th, 2024, in which he defeated Xavier Woods. That was his last singles match on Raw. That's wild, guys. That's wild. And by the way, everyone is so happy that Roxanne won. Roxanne won. Let's go. Band 76 says Roxanne is definitely the main roster full time with the win. She better be, bro. I mean, she's gonna be in the chamber. How is she not anymore? Come on, like, make this official. Say it out loud, WWE. Say it out loud. What's up, Brian Powell? Good to see you on here. Zachary Walton says Roxanne's my pick to win the chamber match. I don't think she will, though. No, I don't think she'll win the actual matchup. I think I'll probably do a separate Elimination Chamber predictions video. I don't know, but I'm still committing to Bianca Belair winning this. But I'm gonna give myself a little bit of I'm gonna give myself at least one night to sleep on it. All right, let's see. We got Raphael Smith who says great win for Roxanne Perez. Keon Davis says I'm happy for Roxanne Perez. She's going.
Because the plan is still the same. Nothing has changed. Let me tell you something. 2025 is going to be the year of Ludwig Kaiser. And if I have to go through Pete Dunne, so be it. If I have to go through Penta, so be it. This year is Ludwig Kaiser's year.
I hope he's right. I hope he does have a good year. I like Ludwig Kaiser. All right, we got the New Day coming out. Let's see what we got with the New Day today.
The voice of NXT, Big Joseph, doing a great job tonight. You can hear him on the.
Oh, we got the theme song.
Jackie Redmond will be back next week. Here are your buddies. They gave you the most disgusting look when you walked into the building today.
All right.
I take that as a badge of honor.
New Day,
These guys
I don't know the words. I don't know the words, but all right.
You see, but what had happened was they fell down the "oh no, you suck" tree.
Let's see what we actually get with the New Day today.
On the way down.
New Day's here. Oh boy.
Oh, they're like arguing with the fan. That's pretty funny.
WWE in Las Vegas.
All right. Hey guys, in the meantime, just so you guys know, I have been uploading some clips. Well, Chris has been uploading some clips on Instagram on my behalf, guys. Shout out to Chris, who does all of the clips behind the scenes, what you guys don't see. He's been doing them now for several weeks. So if you guys can go to my Instagram page, if you guys want, of course, at _ Denise Salcedo, go there. We've uploaded now 4 clips, one of which includes AJ Styles and Braun Breaker. And then Speed's little reaction.
Couple of months before
and then Gunther and Pat McAfee's little moment that they had. And then Jey Uso backstage. So go check this out. Hit some like buttons on some of those. And then while you're there, if you want to enter the WWE 2K25 giveaway that I'm doing, that is also up there on the channel at _ Denise Salcedo. please go. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get the page to grow. It's growing very slowly right now, so I'm trying to like add some life in there.
Heading onto the biggest stage of them all.
Let me see this EO promo.
My path to WrestleMania isn't so clear.
Yeah, no, after last week. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it.
Good chance I wouldn't have my moment
This is cool, by the way. She's like in the water.
But this match with Rhea is all the opportunity I need. I respect Rhea. I know her better than she knows herself.
Oh, she knows her better than she knows herself. Oh.
リアが何をぶん投げても、どんなに残酷に叩きつけられても、私は勝ってきた。In 2 weeks, when I pin Rhea once again, I will take my rightful spot at the top of this division and punch my ticket to WrestleMania. それは私のチャンピオンシップだって信じてる。そしてそれを取り戻す。
Now that was nice. All right.
Well, the Boo Day is in the ring.
Jonathan says it's a bad day, so what? Stagger Claw Gaming says this Raw has been pretty awful. I think it's the crowd, but I don't think it's been awful. It's flown by for me, at least. We got like 35 minutes left on this show. But my favorite part has been Roxanne winning, though. That's been like the newsiest bit of the show. Thank you so much, Brandon Roseanne. By the way, Brandon says, now that the field is set for Women's Elimination Chamber match, I feel Bianca Belair is the only logical choice to win. Bianca versus Rhea Ripley is the real draw. For WrestleMania, like, let's think about this really quickly. Let's think about, like, the options that could be. For example, hold on one second. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, of course. We've already seen that, so that's not feeling like that's what we should get because we've already seen that so many times. Alexa Bliss could be a thing, but doesn't really feel like it might. But it could. Naomi would also be cool, but I also doesn't feel that big for WrestleMania. Bianca Belair and Bayley.
We wanted to come out here.
Bianca Belair, Bayley, and Alexa Bliss would probably be the best, like the biggest options that she hasn't faced and that the star power would be there. But again, I think the best one is Bianca Belair. So I'm hoping that it is Bianca Belair. Thank you so much, Brandon Roseanne, for the super chat. We got RT who says, yeah, it's been a decent show. It's been all right. It's flown by, guys. It's flown by. That's usually how I judge these shows, like if they fly by or not.
Shut up! Shut the hell up, every single one of you! You're so mad. You're mad about what we said to Big E, our friend. You're mad that we told the
By the way, the Roxanne video is now up on Twitter. I mean, sorry, not Twitter. Freaking Instagram. If you guys want to go smack the like on that at _ Denise Salcedo on Instagram, go in there, smack a like.
Suck the lives and career out of every single fresh-faced luchador that walks in this company. That's who y'all want us to respect.
Maurice Johnson says, I'm over this storyline. I think we all had like bigger hopes for it, I feel.
Y'all put Rey Mysterio on this pedestal, huh? Wait, why? Because
I think given just like the big moments with Big E was so big, we were hoping for like a big follow-up, but it's been a lot of the same thing.
Guess what? I have more title wins than Rey Mysterio. I have been here longer than Rey Mysterio. I've been here damn near 19 years. The difference between Rey, the difference between Rey and myself is the fact that I have never left. So if anybody should be locker room leader around here, it should be me. Not him.
I love that he believes all of that.
Rey Mysterio kicking us out of the locker room is audacious.
Spenvic says, oh shoot, Denise about to do a swanton bomb. Not to do a 630.
It forced us last week to come out here and take a steel chair to the ankle of Rey Mysterio.
That's why we made him cry. And he laid there.
And they make him cry. I don't remember them making him cry. What?
Tears streaming down his cheeks, embarrassed, not wanting to show his face.
Well, at least the crowd's reacting to this. Oh my God, at least we got that going.
So what? Matter of fact, it could have been a lot worse for Rey. It could have been a lot worse. Matter of fact, y'all should be thanking us. Y'all should be thankful that we showed such mercy.
I hope something good comes out of this, because if not, this has gone way too long.
You should be
Hopefully
thankful
something
that
exciting
we didn't
happens.
take Rey Mysterio out back and give him the old Yeller treatment.
That's nice.
We did Rey a favor.
Yeah, Chris
We gave
Robinson
him a
says this is
couple
the
of extra
longest segment for the New Day. Oh, I'm
vacation
feeling
days.
it right now.
We did that for you. Matter of fact,
Just Benedict's like, I'm making coffee.
Matter of fact, each and every one of you in this building should be down on your knees with your hands held towards the sky, screaming, thank God for the new day.
It's a wild ass.
Are they going to start doing that now?
Well, finally, turn their microphones off. The LWO is here.
Hey, listen. What you did to Rey with the greatest luchador of all time, eso es imperdonable. That's unforgivable. Pero ¿sabes qué? En español también decimos, el nuevo día apesta.
So the New Day smells.
Yeah. And I'm sure, my friend, you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? But I will be very specific with you. And it's something that you already know, which is New Day sucks!
All right, here comes LWO. Wild and Del Toro going after Kofi and Xavier Woods.
All right, let's
Payback
go.
for Rey Mysterio.
This is just like,
LWO says, hey, New Day sucks. They spoke some Spanish.
Double S says, the segment is brutal.
The light of everybody in North Carolina.
And Dragon Lee involved.
Leo Puro says, los insultos siempre are always better in Spanish. I'll just translate that one for you. Yeah, this just isn't hot, guys. This isn't hot stuff.
In WWE.
Primarily because they always treat the LWO like jobbers unless they're with Rey.
And finally, the New Day.
Oh my gosh, Kofi bounced.
Away.
He was just like left.
Fastest I've seen Tim's moving in some time.
And then
Xavier Woods.
yeah, like the people are only interested in the LWO and Rey is there, which, you know, it is what it is. But also that New Day promo was just, it was just a big old snooze.
The voice of the WWE is the guest on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive. It is going to be a must watch, and I'm happy the world's showing you love.
It was a lot of fun, actually. Logan asked me some pretty hard-hitting questions.
Oh, Michael Cole did the Logan Paul podcast. I haven't seen that, so.
Controversy.
Wow, like that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw next week, the final Monday Night Raw before.
Double S says it better have a damn good payoff. I don't know. Right now, the payoff is it's feeling pretty damn far. Feeling pretty damn far from a good payoff for that.
Defeated Ivy Nile.
All right. Yeah, by the way, I agree with where'd you go? There was a comment here that mentioned M. Durrett. Here we go. It says new rock graphics are nice. Yeah, the new graphics really are nice. The nice moving, getting a vibe. Graphics are really great. Hey, the champ, thank you so much for this generous super chat. The champ 39 says, hey Denise, I have a silly question. If you have a choice, which female superstar would you ask for a date from each brand? Ooh, a few weeks ago I mentioned Julia as my girl, but I'm greedy. I would ask Cora too. All right. I would say Tiffany Stratton from SmackDown because she's
Bianca,
fun.
Naomi,
She
we
dresses
just saw you
nice,
out there during
and I
Raquel's
feel
match.
like we
So
have a
was
lot
that
in
the
common. So I would say
revenge that
Tiffany
you were looking
Stratton.
to get for Jade?
You know, we have been counting down the days until the truth came out about what happened to Jade. Now, Liv and Raquel will be counting their days.
And with that, Raquel, Liv might as well treat Elimination Chamber like it's a handicap, because the only time it's going to come down to every woman for themselves is when it comes down to me and Naomi. So Liv better bring it on.
That's right, because we aren't afraid to bring the fight to each other. As long as it comes down to one of us and Rhea in that ring at WrestleMania.
I wonder if Naomi's true colors are going to show in the Elimination Chamber.
Because you know you can't be sleeping on Io, because you know Rhea and Io are having a title match after Elimination Chamber, so we're going to be watching that match.
Clock it.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
so as I was
Certainly
saying,
bringing it.
SmackDown Tiffany
Let's head back out
Stratton,
to the action.
Raw Rhea Ripley because she's just very, very cool. And she's very nice. So I feel like I would learn a lot from Rhea Ripley. We probably don't have any similar interests, but at least I would learn. And then for but I was about to say Liv Morgan. I think I have more in common with Liv Morgan. Plus she also has a big like farm with animals and things and the big closet. So I'm changing my answer, Liv Morgan. And then NXT, I would probably say, I guess Roxanne Perez still counts for NXT. So I would say NXT Roxanne Perez because, well, she's nice and we're also of an appropriate height. So I feel like I wouldn't feel like I had a really tall best friend. I would have like a normal height best friend that would match me, and that would be very nice. So I'm basing that on height. The Champ 39, thank you so much for the fun question. Seriously, and thank you for the super chat. Seriously, thank you. It's funny. All right, let me go through some of these comments here. See what everyone's saying. Louise A says, you're about a minute behind my stream. Yeah, I think I'm behind because earlier when I had that buffering issue, I had to like
Seth Rollins.
Hold on. What an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on.
Seth Rollins.
I was in live this whole time.
That's heading out to the program will certainly make us better.
I'm live now. Wow. I forgot because I had refreshed it, so I thought it automatically took me to live, but it didn't. It never took me to live. This whole time I thought I was live, and I thought I was just still behind the stream. I was about 40 seconds behind because I had to press the 10-second thing like 4 times to get live. All right, well, whoops, whoop-de-doo. Shit happens. At least I finally figured it out. I didn't even look. I thought the whole time I was live. I didn't even bother to actually look. So
that looks good.
Oh man. All right, hold on 1 second. Do something really quickly on the back end.
Palpable. What do you think?
So just to let you guys know, whenever I say like, oh, I'm doing stuff on the back end, I was mentioning earlier that Chris cuts clips for me. And I basically record my stream separately. So you guys have the live stream. There's a separate stream that I record that is not live. It's just for me and Chris. And that one has like the actual video file and me together. And so every like 15, 20 minutes, I stop recording and start a new record so that Chris could download that previous record and cut clips out to share on Instagram. And by then I'm already starting on a new record. So I have to start and stop all of the recordings, which is why I'm always like, hold on, I got to do this. I got to do that. And every time I do that, I have to like input Netflix back into the account. So I have to start the stream, start the record every single time. So that's why sometimes I look a little preoccupied. But yeah, so just kind of multitasking. Also, the stream that I multitasted the most was, Saturday stream. Saturday stream was fun. Saturday stream, I was like trying to edit some stuff. It was definitely a lot going on, but yeah, there's just a lot happening here. Mike C says, yeah, I was wondering why I was way ahead of you. That never happens. I know. Usually my stream is, people are always telling me that my stream is ahead of theirs. Wow. Yeah, that was so silly. Darkwing19 says you really can't keep a secret, huh?
This is our main event.
It's supposed to be a secret. I could keep a secret that is meant to be kept secret. That's not really a secret. Let's see. Stuart Bridgman says, who is Chris? He must be John Cena since we can't see him. No, you guys can't. He's on the recording file. Luis A says, sounds complicated. It's not that complicated. I made it sound more complicated than I think it is. But I think if you guys saw the process, you would see that it's not that complicated. Then Big says hurt. It was 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours and like 14 seconds. But no, it was really great. It was funny because Reg and I had kind of finished the post show, but like 4 minutes before we got into the 8 hour mark, and I'm like, hell no, we're gonna keep this shit going until we get to the 8 hours. It's so funny. All right, let's go. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, final spot into the Elimination Chamber for the men.
Get his fur off.
These two battled over the World Championship after Rollins won the inaugural.
Friendly reminder that after this watch along, I will be joined by Santi and we'll be doing our post show, and that'll be happening after the actual. That'll be happening after the watch along. A couple minutes after.
Championship pedigree and obviously a mindset.
Thank you so much, Ben. He says, watch the reviews yesterday. Great reviews as always. Thank you. Yeah, I posted the reviews from Vengeance Day and Grand Slam. Those are up on the channel separately for those who care to watch whichever one. Either one or both. Who knows? Or neither. Who knows?
Delivers one, and Balor may quickly put Rollins away to advance for the chamber. Hook of the leg.
Let's see. Double S says literally no one thinks Finn is winning this. Probably not. They're on a losing streak. Or maybe they did it on purpose, right? Give us a losing streak for the Judgment Day so that Finn could be the only one that wins. And none of us are expecting it. But Seth Rollins is just the bigger star. And since they're making this Elimination Chamber match so star-studded, I feel like, you know, it is what it is. I think Seth should win.
It's a quick 30, quick timeout. This thing has been full chaos with Seth freaking Rollins on the receiving end since the beginning. As a maniacal laugh comes from Finn Balor's face.
I see Seth. I low-key like Finn Balor. I do too. I like Finn Balor too. I just wish that he was more. I just think he needs to be done with the Judgment Day. I think the Judgment Day is making him not feel like a serious competitor.
We'll go on to WrestleMania to take on the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. That, of course, because Jey Uso, the winner.
Hey, D-Train, I hope everything's okay. Thank you so much for hopping in, but I hope you're all right, man. Hope everything's going good.
Only this year.
Stuart Bridgman says, is there any chance Roman doesn't have a Mania match? Ooh, no way. Dude, it's money. You don't keep money off the show. Mike C, thank you so much. See you on tomorrow's NXT stream, or if not the Dynamite stream, or if not the SmackDown stream, whichever stream you're interested in.
Champion that has taken the WWE by storm. And of course, the 16-time greatest of all.
Thank you so much, Charles. It's very nice of you. Thank you.
Obviously, it's the last time is now for John
Cena. Dr. J. Merritt says no purple on Finn today. Seems like the font is like, is it a grayish or a light purple? Hell yeah, Mike C. I'll see you tomorrow for the NXT post show. I mean, the NXT watch along. Ricky Stark signing his contract. Maybe we'll see Jordan Grace on. Individual tickets on sale for WrestleMania February 18th. I thought they already did that. Didn't they already do that? No, it was an individual dates. That's what it was. Individual dates. This time, because I think before or even right now, you still have to buy WrestleMania tickets in pairs, right? I think so.
And now Seth sends Balor back into the ring. Seth measuring his man, launching himself top rope, and that knee just caught Finn Balor.
Now it feels like the match has officially started for Seth Rollins.
J Rock Dog says, should NXT get a match on the Mania card?
Finn Balor took his best shot. Now he's
depends who and what, and if the story's hot. Like if it's a Jordan Grace, Julia, sure, but then at the same time, you got to remember they have NXT Stand and Deliver, and they're clearly going to want to make that as grand as possible to sell tickets. So yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and can happen, but at the same time, they want to build their own you know, NXT Stand and Deliver show, WrestleMania weekend.
Structure surrounding the ring.
Bailey Darley says I'll also be here watching tomorrow's NXT. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like, I wasn't expecting Ricky Starks to come out last Tuesday, so I didn't do an NXT watch along, but obviously I had the post show, so it was fine. No big deal. But also, yeah, I just feel like there's a lot more announced for NXT tomorrow. Like even the triple threat to determine the new #1 contender for the NXT North American Women's Championship. Like I'm even interested in that too. So that, the possibility of Jordan Grace coming out, Ricky Starks signing his new contract, I feel like it gives me a lot of reasons to do an NXT watch along. I'm trying to guess which shows might be the best to do NXT watch alongs because I don't normally do NXT watch alongs, honestly, because I don't watch NXT live anymore. I wait like at least 20 minutes and then I start watching NXT. And I do that because just having an extra 20 minutes to do something else is, you know, it just helps me out with my own schedule. So when I don't feel like I have to be like seated right before 5 o'clock, it just gives me some extra time to work on other things and then fast forward through the commercials, and it's usually like perfectly fine. And I still record my reactions and stuff like that, but at least I don't have to sit through the commercials. I can just fast forward. Chris Helsinger says NXT's on fire right now. Love it. Yeah, man, it's exciting. I'm hoping that they have I'm hoping they have one of their best years. Because it's been a while for NXT where they were like on top of the mountain. And it's still gonna be a ways away, but at least they're consistently growing, you know? Look, same thing. Double S says I don't watch NXT at all, but it will tomorrow because of Ricky Starks. Game changer, needle mover.
Wow.
Jay Krause 9 says I'm just glad Chin finished the story.
Balor is
He finished his story for the week at least.
Rollins is 2. What a physical battle.
Charles says I will be joining you on the chat for NXT tomorrow, even though I'm in Arizona. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Like a glimpse at the WrestleMania sign.
Well,
unless you're watching with a VPN, though, you might have spoilers though with the audio. So just a heads up.
CM Punk's dreams of main eventing WrestleMania.
Wait a second.
Oh no. He did this to
what's he going for? Is he going for the comp?
Step as well. And then driving.
No, he missed it.
Again.
Ooh, ouch. We got Zachary Walton here who says NXT is back on the rise. Love to see it. Thank you so much, Mike, for the kind comment. Always a good time on Busted Open. I'll be doing Busted Open this Thursday too with Nick Nemeth, I believe. So I'm very excited about that. I've never done a show with just me and Nick Nemeth, but I've interviewed him several times. He's a cool guy. Very easy person to talk to. So I think it should be okay. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the show. I'm going to be filling in on Thursday. I'll be doing Thursday and Saturday this week.
Finn Balor is obviously taking a one-man victory parade.
You know, Seth is just a few feet away from his pad.
Whooping Moop says the half-hour walk from T-Mobile to Raider Stadium is going to be bliss. Are you saying that sarcastically? Wait, do you live in Las Vegas? If you live in Las Vegas, that's great, right? Or wait, no, you're saying, oh, never mind. I understand you now because NXT Stand and Deliver is the same day as WrestleMania Night 1. That's right. I'm sorry. I was so confused by that. I'm like, wait, you live in Las Vegas? I was like, wait. Let me figure this out. And then I thought you meant sarcastically because it's very, very crowded. I remember when I went to SummerSlam at Allegiant Stadium. Oh my God, there were so many people. Like, so I'm pretty sure I've told this story somewhere, but when SummerSlam was at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, I had to cover a red carpet immediately after that. But the red carpet wasn't in Allegiant Stadium. It was at a hotel. And oh my God, trying to get out of Allegiant Stadium to make it on time to the interview location, dude, I was like so stressed out walking through a sea of people. I think at one point I was running late and I was trying to rush with all my gear and shit. At one point, like I even jumped this little like bush area because there was no people there, and I'm like, I need to get the hell out. And there's a bridge. There's a bridge connecting the stadium and like the actual, you know, where all the hotels are at. So then you have to get on the bridge. It was just a whole thing. And once you're on the bridge, there's so many people. For anybody going to Allegiant Stadium, you know what I'm talking about. So that's what I thought you meant by I thought you meant this sarcastically. Anyways, thank you, Moopy Moop.
Appreciate you doing that. If I cracked a rib, I'd cry. Seth Rollins potentially has a cracked rib right now, and he's fighting back in front of 15,280 people here in Charlotte.
They're trying to will Rollins on as Balor continues to ground Rollins and work on the lower back of the rib cage.
Moopy Moop says he's in Ireland, but have been to T-Mobile for UFC loads of times. Nice. The fact that you go from Ireland over here to come to the shows is hella cool. Very, very cool. Love Ireland, by the way. One of my favorite places I've ever been to.
Qualify for the chamber and join the field of 5. Will it be Balor or Rollins?
All right, we're coming back from the commercial break. All right, there we go.
Back here on Netflix, live in Charlotte, sold out tonight.
Tiger Claw Gaming said, wait, so Denise dove in a bush? No, I dove over the bush. Oh, no. I went over the bush, bro.
Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
Dr. J. Merritt says, Denise, did you get your cold weather coat for Canada? No, I said I was going to do that, but I haven't had a chance to go. There's a Burlington coat factory by my house, and I've been meaning to go. It's on the list. But I did buy some turtlenecks for Canada, but I haven't bought like a jacket. So I need to buy a jacket for sure. Thank you, Dr. J. Merritt.
Incredible event. An incredible moment for the career of all
Big says she swanton dived the bush. Dude, I was stressed that day. By the time I got to the event, I was sweating.
What it was like to main event.
And then on top of that, I had to set all my gear up. The carpet had started already. I was sweating. I had to go through a crowd because there was a crowd of people like waiting to see the wrestlers come in. And I had to go through the crowd, check in, set up my gear, heart racing from running over there, sweating, trying to look somewhat appealing. It was just a lot. It was a lot. But it went great. That was a great night.
April 19th, April 20th. The world.
Zachary Walton says you diving over a bush sounds like a movie scene. It was. Oh, it was a good time.
Most star-studded chamber in
At least I don't have to do that this time, so it'll be okay.
Legends only, these two.
Oh, Infamous Figure Loca says Denise loved the vlog from last time in Toronto. You doing it again or taking in the moment for yourself?
And again, says it's over.
I might do a vlog. I might.
And set with a big forearm.
But my biggest issue that I've told people before is that I'll start a vlog and then I'll never finish it. One thing I apparently don't finish.
Step up insecurity, couple boots to the face.
So we'll see if I actually get around to it. I'm pretty sure I did a Royal Rumble vlog. Did I ever put out a Royal Rumble vlog? No, I didn't, right? I'm pretty sure I did not put out a Royal Rumble vlog this year. Same thing happened. I started shooting a vlog, never finished it. Never finished it. This is what I mean. This is what I do. Oh.
Is going to the Elimination Chamber.
Rollins with the right
Time Baxter says, hey, Denise, I want to get excited for NXT women getting called up, but the booking of the women on the main roster makes it so difficult.
Starting to build some
momentum. I have hopes for it. I do have hopes for it. It can be scary, right? Because we haven't seen Kiana James. Blair Davenport got released. But then again, it's going good for Tiffany Stratton. Like, she's a good example, right? I hope that some of that stuff gets, settled and whatnot. There have been some great stories that were told with the women, but it's just a matter of obviously like just refining that a little bit more. But I get your concerns.
Second rope cover. Hook of the leg now again on Balor. Kick out by Finn at 2.
I do think Seth was going for the stomp, had to audible and knee.
Oh, Double S says you should bring back the Wrestling Rewind. I like those. I like those too. Those were fun. I should bring those back. I did them for SummerSlam and WrestleMania. I was trying to do that for the Royal Rumble, but I ran out of time. But yeah, I'll do it at some point. Tracy says I just posted my live from the Superstore. Yeah.
Seth Rollins in our main event tonight.
I make myself angry. I should have done a Royal Rumble vlog, but
can Rollins dig down deep? Balor
my gimmick.
There. Roll up, shoulders
start
down.
them, don't finish them.
Kick out by Rollins.
Oh,
sweet.
Yes, it was.
Buckle bomb.
Behind the
Infamous
back,
Raider
like
Lyko
a
says
bar
Rhea
brother
putting over Roxy at Mania would be big. It would, but I don't think it'll happen though. Besides, Rhea Ripley needs to win at her WrestleMania match. At least I
across the ring for
thank you, Infamous Raider Loco.
freaking Rollins.
Bad ribs and all. Frog splash. Finn got the knees up. Roll through. Cover. Hooks the leg. Kick out by Seth.
I mean, what a perfect reversal from Finn Balor. This is why both these men are so deserving of going to the Elimination Chamber. 3/4 of the way across the ring. Picture perfect. Frog splash. Finn Balor reverses it immediately.
Incredible match. Rollins, bad ribs and all, threw caution into the wind as he delivered a frog splash that Balor countered and almost picked up the victory. Finn on a bad leg. Rollins with bad ribs. Both men giving everything they have for an opportunity to get to Toronto in the chamber.
I don't know how I felt about this match.
Back to the midsection.
This had some good moments, but it hasn't necessarily won me over. Like, I'm not on the edge of my seat, and I think that's a problem.
Exhaustion for both of these
I'm
men.
trying to, like, get really into it, but it's not happening yet.
When push comes to shove, just start throwing hooks, throwing rights, start throwing punches.
Down and dirty fight. Rollins with Balor up. Balor though countered.
Sling blade.
And Balor with an opportunity now with the sling blade to Rollins. Can Finn Balor
Glad 3 says maybe too predictable. Maybe. Mike Cepeda says glad Dakota won tonight. Yeah, happy for her.
Seth caught him.
That'll be an exciting match with her and Lyra.
You're going for a sharpshooter here? Rollins rolls through. Finn's in trouble.
I don't think Finn taps.
Nowhere to go.
Or maybe he does. Who knows? Got it locked in pretty good in the center.
Seth Rollins can punch his
Like a little bit in the center.
chamber in Canada with a sharpshooter.
No, he's too close. Yeah, he's too close. Never mind. Oh, he pulled him. Oh, he let it go.
Rollins releases, sets up now.
Pedigree.
Cover by Seth.
Oh.
Balor kicked out.
Wait.
Balor kicked out at 2 3/4.
That looked like Finn kicked out after the 3.
The referee rides upon us.
Right?
Didn't quite get the 3. That was close.
No, bro. That looked like he kicked out after the 3.
Don't believe it. They believe Rollins had it won.
Give me a replay.
Saying
Give me a replay. That had to be after the 3, guys. Oh, don't tell me this was a botch, because now everyone's looking all confused and shit.
Here.
That's what I'm saying. They've been accurate all night.
Yeah, and Rollins is very
Everyone's like, that was a 3. Right, that was a 3. That's why they haven't showed us the replay. No one wants to see. Now what? It looks like they're just stalling. Like, they don't know what to do.
What the hell happened?
Seth. Looks like Seth's thinking.
2 3/4. Seth said,
oh, I told the referee suck it. Oh, shit. I think that was shoot, bro. I think. I don't know. I think.
But I got 2 words for you,
I think so. Now they got to continue the match and do a different finish.
Raucous crowd here in Charlotte.
Yeah, that was the referee, bro. I don't know. That was Finn. Finn kicked out way late.
Finn went right back to the ribs, and this match continues.
I would have loved to see a replay of this,
Man,
but oh wow.
This would be for Seth Rollins if he's to lose this match after that near fall moments ago. Rollins, though, not allowing Balor to get to the top rope for the coup de grace.
Hanging on for dear life there, Seth freaking Rollins.
Man, this has been a war. Absolute war for an opportunity to join the field at the chamber. Seth Rollins now. Top rope. Went for the superplex, and oh my goodness. Disaster perhaps for Rollins.
God, that was so awkward. I'm like, that was so awkward. That whole little stalling moment.
To the bad ribs. Finn Balor into the cover to go to the chamber. Rollins gets
oh, that's it. 1, 2. No. Oh, I thought that was going to be it.
Balor now. Look at her crossface. Rollins is now in trouble. Is Seth going to tap out? Balor's got it locked in. High stakes, high pressure moment in this match.
Seth able to slip out. Stop!
All right. That was fun. All right, go for it. I think this is it.
Cover.
Now that's a 3, everybody. All right, and Seth Rollins gets the win and takes the last spot in the Elimination Chamber.
What a match between two of the best in the world today.
I liked the ending after the whole little debates of whether or not that was a 3, which it was a 3. It looked like a 3. Anyways, after that, I did like that little sequence that they did to finally get to the actual finish.
Damian Priest, Logan Paul, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and John Cena inside the chamber.
Eric's like, I almost thought Finn was going to win. Yeah, they had you thinking it kind of towards the end.
What a fight. Pat, what a match.
Sheldon Jackson says, I called it a very bad night for Judgment Day indeed. Watch, let's see if right now in the replay if they show. No, they're not going to show it. Are they going to show it? Let's see if they show it. The fudged up count. Let's see if they show it.
And there was counter, cross space into a stomp from Seth freaking Rollins.
No, they're not going to show it.
That time as Seth punches
Boo, I wanted to see it again. I'll just have to wait and see it on social media again.
Before Elimination Chamber, the women's and the men's Elimination Chamber fields are set. 6 men, 6 women. One step closer.
All right, guys, just a friendly reminder that in a couple of minutes, Santi will be joining me and we will be doing the Raw post-show. Let me just stop recording really quickly. And 1 second. Let me turn off Netflix. Get that out of the way. And, okay. We are about to get that going. So in a couple of minutes when Santi joins us, we'll go ahead and start the post-show. But just a friendly reminder to everybody, if you want to make sure you get the proper finish, BlueChew.com. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Link in the description box below. And if you get lucky, make sure you smell good. Nobody likes bad BO. Don't be a heel at the workplace or at home. Instead, be a baby face and smell delicious with today's sponsor of this video, Mando. What makes Mando different? It has whole body deodorant, safe to use anywhere on your body, pits, balls, thighs, folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, and feet. It was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. The solid deodorant stick is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. The spray deodorant is aluminum-free and ideal for hard-to-reach places. All products are baking soda free and paraben free. You can choose from a variety of fresh scents like bourbon leather, clover woods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Denise at shopmando.com, SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Alrighty, everyone. We are joined by
Hang on.
Santi.
It's always me. It's always me. Hang on. I can't hear you. It's always me. All right,
No
there
worries.
we go.
Hey,
All right,
Santi,
what's
can
up?
you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We came in the middle of a Mando ad.
Perfect timing. This was the best timing ever. I had just enough time to play the ad, run to the bathroom, grab some water, you name it, and now we're ready to start this post show. How are you, Santi?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Another day, another week, another Finn Balor loss.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the WWE Raw Post Show. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, joined by Santi Zap. It is February 17th, and we officially have the stats. It's loaded. The car is full for the Elimination Chamber for both the men's and the women's. And of course, it is now time for the predictions to begin. Who is facing Rhea Ripley? Who is facing Cody Rhodes? But before we get to that, Santi, this was a pretty interesting Raw. There were quite an interesting way that we ended the show. There were some surprises in the middle, and then there were some things that were kind of like, this could be a little bit better, at least in my opinion. What'd you think about the show overall?
I like that it was heavy on wrestling because we're in that like weird, what I call the redheaded stepchild phase of a PLE cycle where we're like too far away from Elimination Chamber to get too hype, but also too close to it to not talk about the storylines and feuds that are going on, but you don't want to like use all of your best stuff. So we're in that like weird like tween era, or I guess month era or time of the month, where WWE just really focuses more on the in-ring as opposed to like the big storytelling pieces.
Which is not bad because we did get some good stuff out of that, right? But at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm looking at the show and I'm like, all right, there's some things that I loved here. Like, I can't wait to talk about Roxanne Perez in that really exciting way that she got her victory. But then, and on the other hand, I'm going, what the hell are we doing in this whole New Day LWO segment? Like, what is this? So let's go ahead and dive right in. Santi, I actually want to begin with the ending of the show because we kind of had a little bit of a maybe awkward, controversial portion of this match, which was the Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. They were out there working this main event. It was okay. I thought this match was fine. In this matchup, though, there was a moment where Seth Rollins went for the pin and Finn Balor kicked out after the 3, at least based off of the one time that I saw it. I still have yet to see a replay of this.
No, you're right.
That was a 3 count, Santi. What did you make of that awkwardness that unfolded afterwards? And then, of course, the eventual win for Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that was a 3.5 count. Like, good Lord. It wasn't even close. Yeah, it's always just awkward, sitting through those moments because those are the moments that really are like the snap you back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Wrestling is scripted, and it really ruins the moment. Obviously, those happen from time to time. It's just interesting that that's now happened to Seth Rollins twice against Judgment Day members because it happened against Damian Priest as well, remember?
Oh my God. I forgot it was with Seth Rollins, though. I think because in the moment, I just remember Damian Priest not kicking out or like it looked like he was supposed to and then didn't. I can't believe it. You're right.
But like, honestly, like I don't feel like it took away too much from it. I thought the match was great. I don't know if you looked at the clock. That was a proper 20+ minute match. Because something that I've noticed from Raws and SmackDown recently, Denise, is that it looks like the main event's going to be 30 minutes long. They do the entrance of the first person of the main event, and then they go to commercial, and then they come back from commercial, and then they hit us with an ad for WWE Shop, and then a backstage segment, and then a promo for next week, and then they hit the entrance of the next guy, and then they go to commercial, then they come back from commercial, and then the match starts, and then you look at the clock, and there's only 10 minutes left of the show. This was a proper bell-to-bell, like 22-minute match, which again just kind of goes to what I was saying, where this is heavy, a show that was heavy on the wrestling and less on the storytelling, which, you know, I appreciate because it's a weird time of the month.
And I did, you know, it was after that moment, that whole little mess up thing where it looked like we didn't know what was happening for that bit, and the part where Seth Rollins does the suck it to the referee. Do you think that was a shoot? Because I think that was a shoot.
I think he was pissed. I think the ref was pissed. And like, if I'm Seth, I'm a little pissed in that moment because it's like, I was scheduled to win anyway. Like 5 minutes later, we could have done something impromptu. Yeah, like I would have preferred the ref to just count 3 there because the same guy was going to win anyway.
Yeah, I think so too, man. But it was still that like weird moment where like Finn Balor kicked out. But anyways, it was after that little bit there that we finally got the actual finish. And that was good. There was even like a split second where I thought like, oh shit, like is Finn Balor going to take this? Even though I wasn't expecting that. They at least fooled me.
I know,
a split second, Santi. A little bit of a split second, all right?
What is wrong with you? Never in a million years should you ever be expecting anything good to happen to Finn Balor. Us Finn Balor fans and Finn Balor fans around the world, even we know this. We are battered. We are beaten. We are pathetic life forces on this planet that still cling on to any sort of a hope and wonder that Finn Balor will actually win a match on Monday Night Raw. You should know better. It's never going to happen.
It's true. I think that, I mean, unfortunately, there's been a lot of unfortunate moments of things that have gone down for poor Finn Balor. Things didn't work out. Winning the Universal title, getting injured right afterwards. Oh, God, I still remember the bit where he freaking got thrown off of the top of the freaking ropes. Well, oh, that was silliness. The whole bit with the lights and flashing where he was doing that weird thing. Oh, man, I hate to think about this. But look, I think we all pretty much expected, hey, given how things are going for the Judgment Day, they all took a loss today. Every single member of the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio, Raquel Rodriguez, and then, of course, Finn Balor. So I think that kind of set the tone, too, where people were sort of expecting that. There was an earlier segment in the night, Santi, where I think they jinxed themselves, where Finn Balor was saying like, oh yeah, this is going to be a great night for the Judgment Day, and you're going to get your win, and you're going to get your win, and then questioned Raquel if whether or not she was going to get her win. That was the moment. That was the moment I knew, okay, you know what? They're going to do a bunch of straight outs for the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I'd be down if all 3 of these losses are the catalyst for Dominic to finally convince Finn to bring in this new member. Because in that segment that you're talking about, Dom talks about the fact that Finn just keeps shooting down this idea of a new member. And the segment ends with Finn Balor saying no new members. With 3 straight losses in a row on the same night, that could be the reason that Finn Balor finally sees the light and allows a new member in. Who's the new member, Denise? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. Obviously, out there in the ether, in the world, we have Aleister Black, who kind of just looks like a Judgment Day dude, even though that might not be something I would necessarily want. If somebody could make it work right off the rip with it being a new and exciting addition to the Judgment Day, I think it's Aleister Black.
What are the chances of it being Karrion Kross? He lost his whole faction. He's not going anywhere right now. What if that's the place he goes?
So remember when I just said somebody new and exciting? That would be all right. Karrion Kross is on the table, I think, but I think he's the far less sexy option for somebody to be in a faction. And it would honestly feel like, I don't know, it would almost feel like the Judgment Day is just taking in a refugee from a dead faction that didn't work out. I'd rather just allow Karrion Kross to try and tread water on his own, sink or swim, see what he can do. But I don't think another faction is the play for Karrion Kross.
but it feels like he needs all this subsequent help in terms of just trying to get a story or just trying to find a purpose on the show. And so if he were to go to Judgment Day, it'd be like, okay, let's see what these do for Karrion Kross, but what if it fails again? And here's the thing though, right now, the Judgment Day, this is the way that I see it, Santi. The Judgment Day right now has hit their expiration date. They are no longer new. They are no longer interesting. They are no longer making you feel like, okay, the Judgment Day's on TV. I got to sit up from my chair and see what they say. You don't have that feeling anymore. The Dominic Liv Morgan whole romance angle has kind of, it's phased out a little bit. They're not even honing in. They're not even diving into that as much anymore, where they're making all of the seductive moments between Liv and Dom. They're not even doing that anymore. And they didn't even do anything with this whole Raquel Carlito kind of flirtation bit. That never went anywhere. Carlito is just kind of there. He isn't really adding anything to the group. So the group has gone stale. If they add Karrion Kross, it's not going to be that magic ingredient, in my opinion, that is going to change things for the Judgment Day. It may change things for Karrion Kross, but not for the Judgment Day. Now, let's say you're right on Aleister Black being that person who comes in. Now, that would be a game changer for the Judgment Day. That would be like, all right, let me sit down and look at this. But here's the thing. If it is Aleister Black, the group has got to change in the sense that I can't see Aleister Black as a comedic character. I see Aleister Black, and maybe it's because, you know, the last couple of years, this is what he's been portrayed at. He's a serious guy. He doesn't seem like a guy that's like, oh, like, let me go play around and laugh and play video games and talk about chicken nuggets. That doesn't seem like who he is. He's a serious guy. So it would have to be a different dynamic for the Judgment Day.
What about a dynamic where it's like the Dark Order when Brody Lee was there? You know, he's very serious, very by the book manners, but everyone else around them could be a bit of a goofball at times. What if we have a dynamic like that with Aleister Black?
I would not hate that. I would like that. I would be okay with that.
Okay.
I think they can make it work. All right. That's it. You solved the problems here. Because I was looking at this and I was going, I don't know, man. Do they match? Do they got the same personality traits?
Yeah.
Can we make this work? Maybe. So with that being said, we got to get into, of course, I know when you said, like, you know, it's a little too early in terms of making predictions, but we officially have all of the guys that we need to have into this Elimination Chamber. Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, John Cena, Seth Rollins. Again, star-studded. That seems to be the theme going into this WrestleMania. Star-studded Royal Rumble, star-studded Elimination Chamber. We're looking at this and we're going, all right, what can we possibly get from this? Santi, looking at these people, what are your expectations of feuds being made between certain guys and overall outcome?
Yeah, there's a couple of things to talk about there. It's almost becoming a yearly tradition that the Logan Paul WrestleMania match gets set up at Elimination Chamber with him screwing somebody over. He screwed over Seth Rollins in 2023. That was his Mania match. Screwed over Randy Orton. That was part of his Mania match. So there's going to be something with Logan Paul, I would imagine, that sets up his WrestleMania feud, whatever that ends up being. When I look at the field, it's interesting because the second that Jey picked Gunther, a bunch of those guys went out the window as like realistic options. Damian Priest, Logan Paul, out the window. You're not winning this. No chance in hell. I don't even think Seth Rollins is in the running to win this. If Gunther was a prize, then maybe, but not Cody Rhodes. I don't think it makes sense to go down that path again. It's CM Punk or John Cena. Like, that's the play. Maybe Drew McIntyre. Maybe that to me is like a distant third behind John Cena and CM Punk. Is it star-studded? Yes, but it's not star-studded in the sense that I feel that like everyone is a strong contender in the way that it was star-studded going into the Rumble, where I thought like 7 people could win that damn thing.
Yeah, and then it ended up being the person you probably didn't think, Jey Uso. You should have been 8 people you thought could have won that. No, this does feel like, okay, that's legitimately 2 serious competitors in CM Punk and John Cena being those WrestleMania names. And I almost feel the same way for the women's Elimination Chamber match, which we'll get to in just a second. I think my hopes here are, okay, so let's say, oh God. Okay, so let's say they do, because Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, like, they're starting a whole bit. So that's looking like that's going to be that one puzzle piece in terms of storytelling in the Elimination Chamber. That's one there. And then it almost feels like, okay, well, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul are kind of left there. with 2 big giant question marks of what's going to happen there. I'm still expecting Seth Rollins to circle back to all of this crazy drama storytelling that they've been doing with Roman Reigns. So then, oh my God, if this is John Cena winning, then that leaves me with Logan and CM Punk.
You're thinking about it wrong, because it's probably going to be Logan versus Cena. That makes way more sense than Logan versus CM Punk, in my opinion. CM Punk doesn't seem like the type of guy that would even entertain the idea of a match with Logan Paul, but John Cena probably would. John Cena seems like the type of guy that would be willing to do that, even though nobody wants to see that. Look, huge John Cena fan. I would love to see John Cena versus Logan Paul at some point. I would have loved to see John Cena versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania, just not his last WrestleMania. I am deeply concerned, Denise. I am deeply concerned that we're going to be getting Logan versus Cena, and that the yearly screw over is going to be Logan screwing over Cena. I am deeply concerned.
I'm deeply concerned that it's Logan Paul versus CM Punk.
I don't see that at all. Even in their promo,
of the Elimination Chamber, the elimination of the Royal Rumble, and then that little confrontation, which I thought they didn't even go in all in with that.
They didn't go in. They didn't go in enough in their confrontation on Raw to make me think, oh, there's something here. It almost felt like, all right, we're moving on from this. All right, you got the gloat that you eliminated me. Moving on to bigger things. I'm having a tough time visualizing the idea of Logan versus CM Punk, but unfortunately, Logan versus Cena, it looks crystal clear to me, and I don't like it.
But see, I feel like, look, okay, it's mainstream, all right? That's the big one. It's mainstream. People that don't watch wrestling, they still know who John Cena is, and they know who Logan Paul is, whether or not people care to admit it. And I know that sometimes as wrestling fans, we don't like to give Logan Paul any sort of flowers or recognition when it comes to him being known outside in other realms that are not just pro wrestling. I mean, if I tell my siblings, hey, do you know who Damon Priest is? They're going to be like, no. If I tell them, I know people are not going to like me saying this, but if I say, do you know who Seth Rollins is? They're going to say no. If I say, do you know who Logan Paul is? They're going to say yes. And that is the cold, hard truth. And so it does seem like something that could happen, but at the exact same time, don't you think that, like, I feel like Triple H is very in the know of what the fans want. He knows that the fans want to see, at least for the most part, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, and the possibility of John Cena winning that 17th world title.
Mm-hmm. I know that there was some buzz a couple of days ago about WWE kind of feeling the waters and recognizing that people aren't particularly too hype over the idea of WWE running Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre again as a program. What if it's Logan versus Drew McIntyre? I mean, like, that'd be entertaining. That's a pretty big, high-profile match for Drew. The promos would be entertaining. I personally would take that a million times over Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. I feel like that leaves us in a win-win scenario for everybody.
And then we get to see Drew McIntyre be really mean to Logan Paul.
It'd be so good. It'd be really entertaining. Would be great. It would be really entertaining. It feels, and we've used this phrase before, it feels like the degrees of separation between those two are pretty far, but the chamber puts them together and anything is possible in that situation.
I feel bad though for Damian Priest. Like, when people weren't so giddy up on Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, I still feel like there is something there. And I think that both guys sort of have this chip on their shoulder, where Damian Priest is a former world heavyweight champion. He's somebody that, he was at the top of the WWE mountain. And then, unfortunately, it didn't last too long in his moment in the sun, faded away. And I'm sure a part of him wants to get some of that notoriety back and keep people on the forefront. Like, hey, I'm the guy who was world heavyweight champion. I mean something in this business. I'm the guy who had the match of a lifetime with Bad Bunny. And then you have Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, who's constantly being disrespected. I don't think there's anybody that has a bigger chip on their shoulder in WWE right now that is not Drew McIntyre. And I can see Drew McIntyre being like, all right, you're not putting me in these big storylines with guys like John Cena. Cena or Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns, and you're putting me in storylines with Damian Priest, who isn't at the very, very top, right? So I can see Drew McIntyre being like, all right, let's tell this hell of a freaking story so that you guys can see that no matter what story I'm in, whether it's with CM Punk or with Damian Priest, I am going to make it count, and I'm going to make it the most interesting thing on the show. That's sort of what I can see playing out with Drew and Damian if they do decide to go that direction. Unfortunately, though, if you were to say what is the most interesting option, I can't help but be intrigued by your idea of Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. And I see some people in my chat saying, oh, but they're on different brands. Who cares? It's Mania. It's Elimination Chamber. Who cares? You can make that happen.
Are we going to start caring about brand supremacy all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's bro, brand splits are so 2005.
Bring out the t-shirt. We're gonna have to come out with our little red t-shirt, little blue t-shirt, make it matter. Oh man. So yeah, looking at this, look, ideally, if this was me, if Triple H called me and was like, Denise Salcedo, what exactly do you want? This WrestleMania match is for you. What are you booking? I would do CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
How would Triple H call you? Would he be like, Denise?
It's all about Denise. I don't know. I would imagine it with a very heavy voice. He doesn't even sound that heavy when he talks, though, in real life.
All right. So we like the idea of Logan versus Drew. It's just different. And I just like it more than Drew Damian.
Yeah, but I feel bad, though. Then what do we do with Damian?
I don't know. Toss him in a multi-man ladder match. Have him win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't care.
That would be such a fall from heaven.
It would
though.
be a huge.
Like
it'd be a south of heaven.
Ground.
It'd be a south of heaven.
Oh no! Oh, I feel so bad. Oh man! All right. So, with that being said, let's keep this moving since we are on the topic of Elimination Chamber. I do want to go ahead and get into the Women's Elimination Chamber because this was probably the biggest part, or one of the newsworthiest parts of Monday Night Raw today. ROXANNE PEREZ versus Raquel Rodriguez. And
Roxanne Perez. Come on.
Roseanne,
The debut of Roseanne.
Poor Roxanne. It's like this big moment and her name gets called the wrong thing. That would, Santi, like that would suck. Imagine you go out there and you're having a Monday Night Raw match and they're like, hey, Samuel.
I don't know. They call me Santino.
It would be kind of messed up. You're like, hey, what the hell? This is my moment, bro, and you're ruining it. All right, so ROXANNE PEREZ and Raquel Rodriguez. Going into this match, Santi, I was kind of scared because I was looking at this and I was going, all right, Raquel Rodriguez, though, if she gets the win, it's because she's going to be in there helping out Liv Morgan, and that's going to take a big piece of the story. But ROXANNE PEREZ is the girl on fire right now. She is on a roll. She's had this huge accomplishments all throughout, her time in NXT, especially 2024 with the reign of her second reign for NXT Women's Championship of a lifetime, and then going into the Royal Rumble for the third time, making it to the finals with Charlotte, and now it's like, okay, how do you continue that? We all know she's going to the main roster. Why can't she have a boom kind of a moment like Tiffany Stratton or Jade Cargill? Like that's the kind of run I want to see for ROXANNE PEREZ. A lot of the recent call-ups for the NXT women into the main roster, they haven't gone. Not everybody has had a Tiffany Stratton run, all right? It's been kind of a second there. And so ROXANNE PEREZ, she seems like the person that is going to have that kind of a run, that kind of a start on the main roster. And so I thought, man, they got to have her win this because that's the most exciting option. And that's the one that continues this momentum for ROXANNE. And so eventually, we do end up having Bianca Belair go out there. This kind of intertwines to the SmackDown storyline because Bianca and Naomi are under the assumption that Liv Morgan and Raquel were the ones that attacked Jade Cargill. So they go out there during this match. This causes a distraction, allows ROXANNE to hit the pop rocks on Raquel and get the win. Santi, how'd you feel about this?
I felt like they, how do I say this? I felt like it was a little bit too telegraphed that ROXANNE was going to win. predominantly because I don't think there was much excitement over the idea of Raquel Rodriguez in the Elimination Chamber. If it was a different opponent, I would have been more on the edge of my seat on who was going to win. I think from the beginning, I knew that Roxanne was going to win. And I also knew in the back of my head that Bianca and Jade had yet to interfere when they said on Friday Night SmackDown that they were going to go out and confront Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And I figured from a mile away, we were going to get that happen right here in this match, which I think is smart because it ultimately did kind of protect Raquel. You know, taking a loss from a rookie can be damaging to, as the kids say these days, to your aura. Negative aura levels is something that they would say. But losing in the way that she did, a distraction from two main eventers in Naomi and Bianca Belair, does kind of protect that aura of Raquel Rodriguez. But yeah, I mean, it was always going to be Roxanne. I don't think there would have been anybody satisfied if it was Raquel.
I would have been sad if she got screwed out of that moment. I really wanted it to be Roxanne, so I was thrilled when it was. And I feel bad for Raquel, especially because she was gone for such a long time. And I am rooting for Raquel, but this moment just felt like it was Roxanne's moment to run with. So with that being said, we got the Elimination Chamber match. Now Roxanne, Bayley, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Bianca Belair. Do you think that this is similar to the men's Elimination Chamber in the sense where there's only a couple of real options? Because to me, the real couple options are Bayley, Bianca, and Alexa. Those are the ones that seem like the real options to me.
I think it's just Liv. If I'm being honest with you,
what?
I legit think that in terms of realistic options, we have Liv. Now that Charlotte has picked, I wish Charlotte hadn't picked yet. I really wish. Here's what I envisioned. All right, can I tell you my little headcanon that I wanted to see? When I saw Trish Stratus in the crowd, I was like, okay, this is brilliant. Let's have Trish versus Tiffany at Elimination Chamber and have Tiffany win. And that Tiffany win is what makes Charlotte say, you are worthy of me picking you for WrestleMania. Because we had Charlotte the week prior, get on your knees and bark for me to pick you to be my opponent at WrestleMania. Charlotte didn't see that. Didn't see that as a worthy option for her. And then she picks her after a DQ win. It just seemed weird. It didn't seem like it connected, right? But now that Charlotte has picked, and it is Tiffany Stratton, I think it just completely closes down the windows on who's available. Alexa Bliss, I know we talked about brands don't really matter, but her being sent to SmackDown and just having absolutely nothing to do with Rhea Ripley at the moment, it would seem like trying to create something out of nothing in a short amount of time. Bianca and Naomi, I would have thought that Bianca was a strong contender for this, but with the ever-looming story of Jade, it doesn't seem like they could bypass that story to get to the dream match with Rhea Ripley in time, because it's just too big of a story to just try and toss to the side. And then when I look at Bayley, no way, no shot. Like I just keep coming down. And Roxanne Perez would be a pretty cool option if they decided to pull the trigger on somebody like Roxanne Perez. But the way I see it playing out, it's Liv Morgan winning, Liv Morgan attacking Rhea Ripley during the match against Io Sky to set up a triple threat between those three.
Oh, man. See, this stresses me out, Santi, because I can't argue your points here because, look, I want it to be Bianca Belair. I really, truly want it to be her. Me too. But you're right in the sense that that storyline that they're doing with Jade and Naomi, that is a damn big storyline. So it would be, if we do get her and Rhea, this would be something she would be dealing with simultaneously. She would be dealing with this whole thing of who attacked her friend, and I'm also a tag team champion, and I got to honor my responsibilities with that. And then at the same time, all right, I'm still trying to make it as a single star and do that. Those are two totally different stories that you would have to somehow make work. So oh my God, but I don't want to eliminate Bianca Belair from this scenario because to me, she's the most intriguing option. Alexa Bliss just came back. She just came back. And I feel like I still have to, it could be Alexa, but I don't know if that she seems like the most open in terms of a possible
Yeah.
of it
But
being
even
her. Like there's
she-
space for this to happen.
Yeah, but even she, to a degree, we have to have like blinders on for her because she's got something looming. The return of the Wyatt Six. That's the thing that's being built up for her. Not saying that she can't do that and Rhea Ripley at the same time. I'm just trying to be realistic about what I'm seeing here. And it just seems like Liv Morgan winning and interfering and making it into a triple threat just seems a lot more cut and dry as a likelihood. It's not what I want to see. I'm with you. I feel like the dream match here is Rhea versus Bianca. Just doesn't seem like it's the right year for it, seemingly based on the stories that we've got going on and trying to balance.
So why not Bayley? I know Bayley, she was champion last WrestleMania season. It didn't really get highlighted as well, but she did have a phenomenal match with Io, and she'd have phenomenal matches with Rhea.
Yeah,
And she's gotten a lot of flowers for all the work she's done recently. She's gotten more attention and notoriety and respect, I feel, in like even just the last week alone.
Yeah, I literally cannot argue with you. Those are just facts. I can't argue with you. I think it'd be interesting if, Rhea Ripley's just sort of notching off every single 4 horsewoman, right? Because in subsequent Manias, it'd be Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, right? And maybe somewhere down the line, we got Mercedes Moné, CEO, somewhere down the line. I just don't want that. I think it's just I'm good.
It doesn't scream WrestleMania to you. I think it can, only because I like Bayley so much.
I'd be fine with it if they ran it. I wouldn't complain because, like you've pointed out everything factually, and I cannot shoot it down. I think it's just like I see that match, and it just doesn't seem particularly like too appealing. Then again, Io versus Bayley was one of the best matches of last year's WrestleMania. So why not? But then that kind of leaves Io as odd woman out in all of this. I don't know.
I mean, she is already getting her Elimination Chamber match, so there's that at least. She'll get that going. So, dang, it just feels like there's just a lot. I guess the options are even slimmer than for the Women's Elimination Chamber. And with that being said, I'm kind of okay. So I'm on the team of Naomi, still the one who secretly attacked Jade. I still haven't dropped that whole thing. I'm hoping that's a story they do tell. And I'm wondering if this is where we start to see Naomi maybe show her true colors. But then again, I'm trying to see what I want to see to suit my narrative. And my narrative is that Naomi's the one who secretly attacked Jade Cargill. And I'm trying to do everything to see my narrative come true. So that's why I'm trying to see this match a little bit differently, in the sense that maybe Naomi will finally show her true colors here. But then at the same time, they're still tag team champions.
There is a world where we could get our cake and eat it too, where the Mania match isn't Jade versus Bianca. Maybe it's Jade versus Naomi, which opens up Bianca for it to be Bianca versus Rhea. That world exists somewhere in the multiverse. It's out there.
Please, I don't know how. I want Bianca versus Rhea. I'm sorry. I don't know how we're going to get there, but I want to get there, and I hope they figure it out a way, because other than that, it's not really looking too crazy right at this moment. But there you go. That is where we're at. Either way, Roxanne Perez got a big moment, and I'm so freaking happy for her. When do you think they actually make the announcement that she's officially main roster?
I think they use her for the MSG show and Stand and Deliver. I think she's just gonna Braun Breaker this shit, Denise. She's just gonna be on both shows until after WrestleMania.
All right, I'm here with that. I think that would be fun. Plus she's having fun there on NXT. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some of these super chats that we have here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. We got Rudio here. What's up, Rudio? He says, tonight was officially Monday Night Raw. So happy Roxanne got that final chamber spot, and how they're going with the Cinderella story for her. Huh. Wait, what do you mean like the Roxanne is Cinderella?
Oh, they mentioned that they said a Cinderella run. A Cinderella run is something that they use in college basketball, where like a lower tier team keeps beating all of these bigger and bigger names and making a name for themselves in the tournament. That's what a Cinderella run is, or a Cinderella story. And I feel like that's what he's alluding to with Roxanne being new, being the rookie, and getting these big accolades and big moments and big wins.
Okay, good, because I was looking at this, I'm going, who's mean to Roxanne? She's not Cinderella.
Yeah.
Who are her stepsisters? Who are her evil stepsisters? What are we talking about? I was so confused. All right, thank you, Rudio. We got Luis Arturo Mendez who says, celebrating 12 months as a DWO member. Let's go. Thank you so much, Luis, for being part of the DWO now for 12 months. We also got Jacob Tatum. Didn't write anything, but thank you so much for the super chat, Jacob. I hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you very much for that. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and rewind to the top of Monday Night Raw, because we did get this whole, back and forth with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn basically goes out there and says that this time it's different. Whether or not we choose to believe him, so be it. But it is different. Things are more serious now with him and Kevin Owens than it's ever been before. And this all leads to an unsanctioned match being made for Elimination Chamber between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So, Santi, my question to you is this story, given how many times you've seen it play out, does this story still do it for you? And is it doing it for you right now?
Oh yeah. I'm in. An unsanctioned match is exactly what this feud needed. It couldn't just be a match. This is something that I've stressed in many of my videos, that if they were to run this as a regular match in Toronto, it would just feel like such a letdown, a huge missed opportunity, because we've seen that match a billion gazillion times at this point, that we need something different. The stakes need to change. An unsanctioned, I do believe, is the perfect way to go about this. It would have been cool to have this at WrestleMania, but I almost feel like this is their WrestleMania, getting to fight each other in Canada, in the Rogers, the Rogers Center is like a big stadium in Canada. That's where the Elimination Chamber is going to be. That's like a Canadian landmark. So like to get to do it there, that's probably huge for them, like from a personal standpoint.
Dude, I'm sure it is. And obviously you being in Canada, getting to explain that, I didn't know. And I was like, all right, Rogers Arena sounds great. Cool. Sounds great.
Skydome. That's WrestleMania 18, the stare down of The Rock and Hogan. Did they change the name? They did change the name. Yeah. But it's the same building. It's the same building. In Canada, like anybody over the age of 25 still calls it the Skydome. It's called the Rogers Center now. But like that, from a wrestling perspective, has some history, some legacy. WrestleMania 7, one of those, the one that had Hogan and Warrior, and WrestleMania 18. So like those guys are lifelong wrestling fans. I'm sure that this building, as wrestling fans and as people that grew into wrestling through the Canadian scene, that building probably has a lot of cherished memories for them.
Dude, I love that. I didn't even realize that they had changed the name. That's how I was looking. I was like, oh shit. I was like, had I known that they changed the name, I would have been like, oh yeah, hey, like this is going to be a cool venue for them to do this. And it's great that they've had these like epic moments in their careers, and these like venues or cities that like really signify something, because even when they won the tag team titles at WrestleMania 39, like doing it in the city of Los Angeles where they had, their runs in PWG, like that was something iconic for their careers. And seeing them go from literally the sweatbox to like all of a sudden being at SoFi Stadium with like thousands of freaking people in there. And it's very cool that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have gotten to check off all of these dream scenarios and doing it together as best friends, or at least not as best friends, come for the Elimination Chamber. But you're right. They did definitely need to spice this up, and doing the unsanctioned match, that was the best way to go about it. Like the second we started building to this, I was just waiting for Adam Pearce to say the words, like say the words, say unsanctioned match, say this is what we're going to do. And he finally did it. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay. I'm so glad. I thought I was just being a grouchy old man. I was like, bro, get to the point.
No,
like you just kept talking. Denise, this would be dangerous. And I don't know that WWE would get behind this. You know what this means, right? You know what this would mean? What this would mean for you? What this would mean for Kevin? What this would mean for the company? What kind of match this would be? Sami, do you understand? It's like, bro, just say unsanctioned.
He started to sound like a therapist. Do you understand the repercussions of this? But that's Adam Pearce's MO. And I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of him as a GM. So sometimes I feel like I'm a little harsh on Adam Pearce just because I'm not a fan of him as a GM. And so that's where I was coming from. I was like, just get to it. Like, we know we want to hear this, but that's his MO though. Every single time he did this with Drew and CM Punk. He did this with Seth Rollins. He does this with everybody, where it's a 40-minute explanation as to why this can happen, what the repercussions of this are. And the same thing always happens.
He makes the match anyway.
Exactly. That's all it is. Every single damn time. So I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to this match. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, is the happy ending, of course, Sami Zayn getting this victory? It's got to be, right? Or unless
I think
the story.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like, is the happy ending gonna happen here? Because we still have so much more with Kevin Owens, because we have that Randy Orton return looming. I am expecting Randy Orton in this. With it being unsanctioned, anything can happen. So yeah, I guess Sami Zayn winning with the help of Randy Orton, that could be the happy ending to set us up for Kevin versus Randy, and then I guess Sami versus Karrion Kross or whatever.
I don't even know. I have no idea what's happening there. But yeah, I mean, Randy Orton's been gone for like months now. I've been wondering when they were going to bring him back. I was shocked he wasn't at the Rumble. So I was looking at this going like, okay, well, now I'm assuming they'd bring him back in this match. Because if not, I don't know when the next opportunity for Randy Orton to come back in where it would make sense and he could still get some sort of a inkling of revenge on Kevin Owens would be. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into another big loss for the Judgment Day. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this one, Santi. AJ Styles defeating your boy Dominic Mysterio, and let's be real, there was no way, there was no chance in how Dominic was going to defeat AJ Styles. Santi, sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Losing to a legend like AJ Styles, there's nothing to scoff at there. Good job, Dominic. We're rooting for you. Everyone across the world has you in our thoughts after that spear, which, by the way, somebody please get the license plate of that freaking truck that hit Dominic Mysterio. Good God.
That was epic, man. Dude, I was dying at AJ Styles' reflexes, because first he moves out of the way, right, for the spear. Dominic takes it. Great. And then Braun Breaker is freaking pissed, right? And he throws this freaking t-shirt into AJ, like he throws it at AJ. And AJ catches it all perfectly.
Smooth. Right. Oh, what a smooth criminal that was. That was so good.
I'm impressed by AJ's skills on that. But with that being said, AJ Styles, Braun Breaker, they had the tease last week with that simple, no words were really said confrontation. But now we got this. We got Braun Breaker seeking out AJ Styles. And I couldn't be more excited about any other match that isn't, you know, your John Cena's, your Cody Rhodes, you know, your CM Punks, those top people. When we talk about other people on this card, it's Braun Breaker, AJ Styles. Like, I cannot wait to see AJ Styles bump like crazy for Braun Breaker hitting that freaking insane spear. And then I also have another question for you. But first and foremost, how are you feeling about this Braun Breaker, AJ Styles incoming feud?
Love it so much that I want it at WrestleMania. Those are my words. That is my poem to you. But knowing Monday Night Raw, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, AJ Styles versus Braun Breaker officially the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania. It's like, why are you giving these championship matches on random Raws? Mania. This is, to me, the best match available for AJ Styles in terms of like what AJ Styles, the different divisions that he can be a part of. This is the best thing available for him, because the main event, that's out of reach for him at the moment. He came back too late. Just doesn't make sense. Braun Breaker and the IC title, that's the best play for him. And this is far and away the best opponent for Braun Breaker specifically. AJ Styles is going to make Braun Breaker look like $1 million. AJ Styles it will make this match for Braun Breaker win-win, regardless of whether Braun Breaker wins or loses, because losing to AJ Styles is fine. And I think people would be okay with it. I
want him to beat AJ Styles.
I want him to beat AJ Styles too, but like if he were to lose to AJ, it's not like all of a sudden I'm going to be like, they're burying my boy Braun. No, what are they doing? And it's like, no, you lost to AJ freaking Styles. That's fine.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, so my question to you was, one of the topics that I brought up during the watch along was best spear right now in pro wrestling. I know the most famous spears right now in pro wrestling is Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker. So those are my two top ones. Which one is better, and why is it Braun Breaker? Sorry, I'm already going with Braun.
I would say it's probably Jey Uso's, if I'm being honest with you.
Stop it. No, you're not. Stop it.
I was about to.
You said that with a dead serious face. I was like,
I know.
there's no way. He's trolling me.
I was about to give an Oscar-winning performance to save my life, but then you called it out too quick.
I was like, there's no effing way. And part of me was like, damn, I don't want to be insulting if Santi's being legit here. I was like, I don't want to be a jerk.
I was recently diagnosed with astigmatism, which means I can't see very well. So it makes sense for me to think that Jey Uso's bum-ass spear that looks like he's just hugging a little pillow and tucking them into bed good night. Sweet dreams, my little yeet. Oh my God, my mic fell. Yeah, of course, it's Braun
Running
Breaker.
hugs. Running hugs. That's what they are. Running hugs.
It's Braun Breaker. It's Braun Breaker. That's the answer.
Braun Breaker has the best spear right now in pro wrestling, and I just feel like if it's not Braun Breaker doing the spear, I can't be sold on it. Like even Roman Reigns love his spear, but damn, bro, Braun Breaker is just splitting people in freaking half, man.
Ask speed. Ask I show speed.
Dude, oh my God. It's so funny. Like I've seen the video now 100 times. And even when they show the replay, even today when he did the little thing where he was talking about it on his stream, still watched it. Even if I've seen it 100 times, I'll watch it again.
It's one of my favorite clips of the year. It's so freaking funny.
I have so much more. Like I didn't know who he was, Santi. I mean, I was just like out of the loop with that. And now I'm just like, dude, I see you. I know you now, and I respect you for that because let's be real, not very many few of us would sign up to get a spear from Braun Breaker. One of the things I said that I would not sign up for, Santi, is a chop from Gunther or a spear from Braun Breaker. I'm out.
I would add a tsunami from Bronson Reed in there.
Yes.
I'm good. I'll pass.
I would like die. I don't even think I would survive a freaking tsunami splash from freaking Braun Breaker. Freaking Bronson.
Too many bronze.
Yeah, I would be dead. Like that would be the end of me. I think if I were to survive any one of them, I think it would probably be Braun Breaker's spear. Which one do you think you would survive?
None.
I wouldn't survive the chop. Like I think my heart would stop. And
I have yeah. For me, I think it'd be worse for me. I have a hairy chest, so the chop plus the removal of the hand would just be like getting a wax.
You'd be like, what's his face in the 40-year-old version?
Oh yeah. Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
God, it's so sad. Yeah, no, man, that's freaking terrified. All right, we got Jacob Tatum. Thank you so much for the super chat. Didn't write anything, but still, thank you for the message, man. We got Chris Ludeck in the building who says, do you feel this build to WrestleMania will be slower than years past since it's later in April instead of March? That is true. That's actually not something that I've thought of. I did think about how this start to WrestleMania season has felt a little bit more predictable because of the Royal Rumble winners. We already knew who they would go into and picking their match. But I didn't even stop to think that, hey, you know, WrestleMania is like a little later than it usually is.
It's like a solid half a month than it typically is. And yeah, I think like by default, the answer is yes, it's going to be slower, but it will pick up. Don't expect it to be like last year. That's an expectation that I'm trying to get people to temper down. In my 22 years of watching wrestling, that is the greatest build to a WrestleMania that I've ever seen. Do not think that that is the norm, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go back to regular builds to WrestleMania. It is not going to be like last year. It's not going to be The Rock telling you to look at the PowerPoint of the bloodline in the middle of in Las Vegas. It's not going to be all of the crazy stuff with the final boss. That's not going to happen again. All right. That is a unique thing to our lifetime that we probably will never get to experience again. Don't allow yourself to be disappointed simply because it can't be as good as last year's.
See, I feel like I should have heard you say that before because I went into this WrestleMania season thinking it would be bigger than last year's. For the specific reason being that, okay, if The Rock wrestled last year, maybe he'll wrestle again this year. And also I was thinking, okay, hey, it's Netflix. It's the first time that they're on Netflix. Like this is their debut. This has got to be the biggest WrestleMania ever. And, you know, CM Punk is healthy and he's good to go. I was thinking, okay, this is going to be huge. And I still remember Cody Rhodes being on the Pat McAfee show and saying something along the lines of, oh, this is going to be my biggest WrestleMania match ever. And I'm thinking, oh, ever? Like you faced Roman Reigns 2 times and one of them had a tag team match with The Rock. And Seth Rollins and Rock and Roman. what do you mean this is going to be the biggest WrestleMania match for you ever? How do you get bigger than that? So I went into this WrestleMania season expecting more than last year.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't see how it could be bigger than last year. I genuinely don't. I will reiterate this one more time. I've never seen a more wild, more exciting, more unpredictable, more awesome road to a WrestleMania in all of the buildups of WrestleManias that I've seen. And I feel like it's unrealistic to expect them to top of that. I just don't see it.
I think it could have happened. I think it could have happened if they would have told different stories. I think it could have happened if they would have told Roman Reigns and CM Punk, or Roman Reigns and The Rock. If they would have told those stories.
Listen, it's possible. You know, I'm talking purely about the buildup, the couple of months leading into it. It's possible that this pulls a WrestleMania 31, where it's just like, holy crap, this Mania was awesome. So good. And maybe it's like that, and where the buildup isn't this incredible thing, but then once the smoke settles from the show, you're like, holy shit, that was better than WrestleMania 40. That's on the table. I'm purely talking about the epicness of the build of WrestleMania 40. Like, we were transcending the mainstream in ways that wrestling never will again. It won't. It can't. It cannot do what it did last year with what The Rock was doing. But it could still be a better show. It could still be a better show.
Also, because let's not forget that they tried to freaking change the rules last time and tried to screw poor Cody Rhodes after he won his Royal Rumble match, and tried to screw him out of his match with Roman Reigns. I mean, God, it's crazy. I still can't believe that even was a thing. Chris Ledeck, thank you so much for the super chat. All right, let's get back to Raw. We got some other things we got to get into. Dakota Kai defeats Ivy Nile, and she's the new #1 contender to Lyra Valkyria. One of the comments you had made last week, Santi, was that you felt that Lyra Valkyria was kind of not really being spotlighted so strong as in Women's Intercontinental Champion. I mean, you even kind of forgot she was champion until she displayed the belt in a backstage segment. Dakota Kai versus Lyra. Is this something that's calling your name?
Yes, just don't make it overstay its welcome. Because I was also very much down for the rematch of Chelsea Green versus Michin. They're now like 3 months deep into that, and I'm it was like a monkey's paws wish. I was like, I hope they run it back. And then I got it. And then I got it 17,000 more times with endless segments and endless moments between them when I want Chelsea Green to go do something else. I'm glad that they're doing this. I'm glad that because that match for the IC title was great. It was an awesome match between those two. Who wouldn't want to see this match being run back? Just don't let it overstay its welcome. Just move on when it's time to move on.
Yeah, the one time she's in defeat Dakota and then kind of just go from there. Yeah, this is I know a lot of people are, want to see Dakota. A lot of people wanted to see Dakota win the Intercontinental Championship. It just didn't feel like her time yet. It still doesn't feel like the time for her yet. And especially, Lyra's barely starting this reign. So I definitely want to see her, win and kind of just move on from there and start to get some brand new opponents. All right, we got Gunther coming out and doing Jey Uso's entrance. Being such a savage, telling people they smell, God knows what else. He goes out there and Santi, oh my God, did you catch the moment where he threw the mic to Pat McAfee and accidentally hit him in the nether regions? I was like, dude, you nearly took out Pat McAfee. Poor guy.
He nearly took out his McAfees. It's crazy. It's funny because we're back-to-back weeks where that corner with Pat McAfee and Gunther, somebody gets hurt with a thrown projectile.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So anyways, I looked at this though, and I almost want Gunther to do this every week up until their match and just talk all this shit to people with yeet signs, yeet t-shirts. I know we don't want to run things into the ground, but I feel like maybe we can do this at least one more time because Gunther was just too damn funny in this. And then of course, he gets into the face of Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee tells him like, oh yeah, I hope Jey Uso beats you. Part of me thought, hey man, let's do Gunther and Pat McAfee in the meantime. I'm into that. I would be into that. But anyways, Jey Uso goes out there and they kind of have a little bit of a brawl, and that's pretty much the end of that.
So I loved, this is nitpicking. I want to clarify. I love this segment. That Gunther promo was fantastic. I thought it was so good. This is the confident shit-eating grin Gunther that I love, that I fell in love with. This is the Gunther that I want. I like the brawl. That was fine. The only thing I would have liked to change is I would have liked Pat McAfee and or Michael Cole with a straight face to be a little bit more serious in that segment and say, no, I don't think Jey Uso can beat you. Because then there was a promo backstage where then Jay's like, no one believes in me. Everyone thinks that I'm going to lose. They would have connected really well. And I feel like it would have told a better narrative that even these guys that are such fans of Jey Uso, that yeet every time he comes out, even they're having a tough time believing that he can beat Gunther. That's what I would have liked. I thought that was a missed opportunity to really make it hit home that Jey Uso is an underdog.
Right, because I think the question was from Kathy Kelly. It was something along the lines of, oh, the roster doesn't, nobody in the roster really believes that you can do this. And he's like very serious and kind of got like emotional eyes talking about how everyone keeps denying my abilities. I won the Royal Rumble and I'm going to prove to everybody that I'm going to win at WrestleMania. And I mean, look, Pat McAfee believes in him. Pat McAfee's hoping for him to win. So he's got one person rooting for him. So yeah, I do think that those tweaks, you're right, could have made a little bit for a stronger case there. We got Jacob Tatum here who says Jey Uso's promo was so good. The emotional one that he did right afterwards, that one I thought was the strongest one. The one that he did backstage today, I thought was pretty okay. But like you said, could have tweaked it a little bit better, but it was good enough for sure. Thank you so much, Jacob Tatum. All right, with that being said, we got Penta versus Pete Dunne. This is the second time that both of these guys have faced each other. Pete Dunne was Penta's second opponent in his second match on Monday Night Raw. And then once again, go out there, they do the thing. Penta gets the victory. Do you feel like this is a little bit of a slow start to Penta's run, or do you feel like what they've been doing with him, the matches that they've been booking with him, have felt like enough in terms of to equal the amount of buzz that Penta has gotten when he first came into the company?
I definitely like the buzz he was getting a lot more when he was just getting like one-off matches with no storyline to them. Banger with Pete Dunne, banger with Ludwig Kaiser, banger with of course Chad Gable at the start. I think things are slowing down, not because of Penta, but I just don't know that they know what they're doing with this storyline. I'm having a tough time seeing past the 2 feet in front of me with what it is that they're trying to do with Penta, Ludwig Kaiser, and Pete Dunne. Like, what's the storyline there? What does that three-way dance look like? Are we looking at a triple threat here? A triple threat for what? Who's the good guy? Obviously the good guy's Penta, but who's the bad guy that Penta's actually feuding with? Is it Pete Dunne? Is it Ludwig Kaiser? So it feels like a little bit convoluted in terms of what they're doing with Penta from a storyline perspective, but at least they're trying something from a storyline perspective. I can appreciate that there's an attempt there. I just don't know that the attempt is landing as well as the matches are, because I think the matches are good, but the storyline I feel like is leaving a little bit to be desired.
Right, because I look at this and you say, okay, Denise, explain the storyline to me. My understanding is Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne both want to be the first guy to defeat Penta, and it's not happening.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, then that's between them, right? Involves Penta, but he's not really like in the actual story. Like, he's just the guy they both want to beat.
Yeah, it's a weak story. I think it's a weak story. I think that's just the crux of it. I feel like we're dancing around the real point. It's just a weak story. It's not a really strong narrative to really get behind. But I think it's a one-dimensional story to allow for Penta to be able to quickly move on from this if they ever need to, because there isn't anything that he has to really sink. He doesn't have to put his roots into this feud. They could move on from it after 1 week if they really wanted to.
Right. I'm hoping that the thing that we do get out of this is that Pete Dunne. So this is what I want to see for all these three people involved. Pete Dunne, I want him to come out more so as a serious character. Stop with all the butch bullshit. Like, I'm done with that. Ludwig Kaiser, continue this rise that he's been on. He had a really good promo later on in the evening where he was talking about how this is the year of Ludwig Kaiser. He's been saying that a whole lot.
Commercial.
So we need to actually, right, true. But we still need to see that sort of come to fruition. I think he's the guy with a lot of potential right now, but we're waiting to see, okay, when is that star-making moment for him? He hasn't had that star-making moment yet.
Agreed.
And then for Penta, we're sort of just waiting for the big feud. let's get excited about something. You know, I'm going to have the same feeling that I have for AJ Styles versus Braun Breaker with Penta versus somebody else. Who that somebody else is, I don't know. But Ludwig Kaiser's still not there yet to make it feel like that big. Pete Dunne, unfortunately, not there yet because they never really worked on building his star power. So it's got to be someone with a little bit more of a star power so that we could be like, all right, this is exciting. Like, this is the first feud for Penta. Because as of right now, they're doing everything else right with Penta. They're building up this great entrance for him. They are, you know, making sure to promote him so much through vignettes, through photo shoots, through gear, all of that, really making him feel like a big deal on Monday Night Raw. So now, when you got someone who's a big deal, you got to put him in there with somebody else who's also a big deal. Because if not, then he's just out there hanging out to dry.
I think the answer is Chad again, but in a proper storyline, as opposed to just a one-off match. We'll see though. The story doesn't interest me. I just like seeing Penta out there every week. I'm happy about that at least.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Alrighty, with that being said, let me go ahead and get into, here's the thing. This is the last thing we got to cover, and this is the New Day. This was probably my least favorite segment of the entire night. They just went out there. They didn't say anything new other than Kofi Kingston was putting himself over Rey Mysterio and saying that he should be the locker room leader. And this led to the LWO Dragon Lee, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro coming out and basically, you know, standing up for their friend Rey Mysterio and running after them. And that was it. Like, this was a long promo from the New Day that went really nowhere.
Nowhere.
And then no one cares. I hate to say this, but no one cares about the LWO when Rey Mysterio isn't there. And that's not their fault. They were treated like jobbers for most of the time.
That's true, and that's coming from two Latinos here. Like this Latino world order is more over than that Latino world order.
Let's go. We're gonna get LWO shirts.
What I'm pretty sure that was like a long hiatus return from Del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, and just like no one cares. Like,
I didn't even notice. What do you mean? Were they gone?
They've been gone for like months.
No, like, they have not.
Literal months, Denise. Literal months.
Like
we have not seen them. Literal months we've not seen them. And that was a big triumphant return. But who cares? Like, this faction is so DOA. It's not doing anything for anybody. And look, the New Day still has momentum, but getting chased off by Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde is not a good look. It's just not.
It's not. They need to speed this up. They need to get them out of this whole thing with the LWO. They need to get the New Day going in a different freaking direction, because this does not, Santi, our first show that we ever did together was when they turned on Biggie.
Yeah.
And that was like massive, man.
One of the best moments of 2024.
Exactly. Everybody was talking about it. It felt like one of those peak WWE moments that you're going to go back and, you know, rewatch when you're on YouTube in several years from now, going down a rabbit hole of wrestling memories. And what came of that? Nothing.
So far, nothing. So far, absolutely jack shit. Like, nothing.
And I'm like, okay, I thought they would have been tag team champions by now. I thought they would have been, hell, I would have even brought Biggie back for some more backstage segments. Why the hell not? Why did we just only have to see them that one time? You're telling me you can bring Biggie back and they could have some more, like, you know, moments either in the ring or backstage, anything, because that was the thing people were interested in. I don't see why we just couldn't see Biggie at all in this.
They did not capitalize on this at all. They had one of the coolest moments from the tag team division that I've seen in years. And it was so good. So good. And they've done absolutely nothing with it. And it's a shame. Like, they should be in the tag team title picture. Like, they should be doing way more than just being told New Day sucks in backstage segments. Like, great. Like, it was funny when, you know, when Dominic did it, when Dominic told them, like, oh, that was crazy what you guys did. It was funny the first couple of weeks when nobody wanted anything to do with New Day and people said New Day sucks. Like, we're now all of December, all of January, halfway through February. We're like 2.5 months into this. And it feels like it's just dragging every single week. It's not going anywhere.
Man, all right. We had better hopes for this. We had higher hopes for this. So hopefully they resolve this whole thing with the New Day and spice it the hell up, man. Alrighty, everyone. That was our WWE Raw post show for February 17th. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with Santi and I. Santi, please take the floor and tell the people where they can support you across everywhere.
You can find me over on everything related Santi Zap. You can Google and pick the social media platform of your choice. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Patreon if you want even more content. I'm everywhere. Just look up Santi Zap and pick your poison.
I love that. Pick your poison. Alrighty, guys. As for me, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo. Click that subscribe button. I'm also everywhere. You guys can come find me, sharing a bunch of stuff all over social media. So I hope to get connected with you guys and let us know what you guys think about our show with me and Santi. I always love to read everyone's comments. So make sure you guys leave comments on the video. Tweet us. We read it all. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.